We're going in.
Hello, I'm in the wrong freaking outfit.
Ori, how could you?
Okay, Mars is not doubling. The music was doubling. My bad. Hello, everybody. It's a new week. Everything's
I should
crazy.
be fine.
Yeah, you are
That's
fine.
not a me problem.
It's a me problem. Hello, Pastry. Canadian Lucifer. Amazing. Hello.
Hello, everybody. Bass,
outfit.
hello. Canadian Lucifer, Pastry Mason, hello, hello.
You're not seeing any of the art.
Happy Tuesday, I suppose.
There we go. Here's all the art.
Ooh. You mentioned writing, Bass. What are you writing? I'm so curious.
I see it.
Hello, Flair. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, Flair and Bass. That's actually, hold
It's
on.
really funny seeing Ori in mostly pink.
Yeah, it's always weird.
Ooh, for personal OCs, very nice, Bass. Very,
Lovely.
very nice. Ali! Hello, hello. Hello, Federico.
Oh, okay, I got a commission back, and it's great.
Yay! Is that the one you told me about?
It is.
Oh, send, send, send. I want to see, I want to see.
I will. Oh! It's pounding you. Hello, Federico and Ali. Hello. Yes, I hope that the boss stays alive until Thursday. Please? Please, sir?
I kind of need to.
Stay alive.
Oh my god, Sparrow Mage! I didn't know you did this!
What happened?
She's so cute! Sparrow Mage! It was on screen. You never showed me.
It's in the thing, and I put it in the Discord too!
Well, then I have the memory of a goldfish, apparently. Because, oh my god, I haven't seen it. And it looks cute.
The boss is dying very fast. It has just under 50,000 health, though. I think we'll be okay for Thursday. I think we'll be okay for Thursday.
I think we'll make it.
I think we'll make it.
I think we will make it. I am hoping so.
I'm confident. I'm confident.
I'm hoping
Yeah, you didn't realize. I know Pastry Puff mentioned the witch hat thing. I thought you saw it.
No, I didn't. I only saw the ones from, I only saw, like, the screen-looking ones. Like, video game-looking ones.
Flash
yeah, those.
Ones.
Yeah, this one I saw. The start screen I saw.
I thought you saw...
And then I saw everything
The Truth
that.
and the Trope
No,
one,
I never
too.
saw... No, I didn't.
Yes, apparently Kiln Quest is a art style that I can draw 2 characters and at plus stuff
Ali's
in
on
20
my
minutes
side.
or less.
You never put it in the Discord.
I didn't put it in the Discord. Then I put it in the paper
Evidently
Discord,
not.
I guess. My apologies.
Tisk tisk, Ori, tisk tisk. That one's not on me.
I was too focused on the Flash Battle ones. Alright, well look at you all having a little surprise there. It's actually animated in the real thing.
She looked so cute!
The real one is animated in a way. I don't know if I really call it animated. It cycles.
Ooh, I'd say that counts as animation.
There you go.
If it moves, if it grooves, it's animation.
I have to eat it.
Ooh, Milano versus Will Powers. Milano's winning.
Milano's winning.
Will Powers is not a fighter.
Will Powers is also
Will Powers
not a
is
caller.
Just an actor.
Will
He's
Powers
not a fighter.
Well, Will Powers may be a strong human. Milano is a strong caller, which callers are on an innate scale higher. Not like... It's very much like a men and women type difference in the sense of, like, yes, men are, like, in a general sense stronger than women, but that doesn't mean that, like, a trained woman can't surpass an untrained man. You know what I'm saying? But Milano is a practicing, you know, doing shit, active, already very strong person.
He is a seasoned pirate captain.
Very strong.
Will Powers ain't winning.
Him and Aster
I love Will, but
pretty
nah.
dang strong.
That
also,
they are.
Will Powers also feels slow, if that makes sense. Milano is definitely more speedy
Will
than
Powers
Will
has that,
would be.
like, lovable lug type feel to him. And that's
we
the
have to do
vibe
words
I
of
get.
the day, too. But I have 30 seconds till my tea is done.
We gotta combat the brain rot.
Yeah.
Desperately.
Gosh, people trying to, co-worker lawyers trying to convince Dylan to fucking use AI. Literally insane.
I can't believe the guy actually said, "Ooh, I thought I'd get you with that one."
With
what the fuck?
Ooh, we got some good
hell?
We got some good words today.
Ooh.
But that's
yeah,
my
that's
tea.
right. We
I'll
have
be
to
right
backtrack.
back. Mars, give them entertainment.
Yes, entertain the masses, clanker sympathizer. Yeah. Oh, that was rough. I had my own bout of AI bullshit. I had one of my coworkers because we entered annual season yet again, and a lot of my coworkers, I was talking to them about phrasing for something I wanted to say in the report, and my brain just wasn't happening in that moment. So I'm like, oh, how could I phrase this? I just gotta think, like I gotta pace, I gotta move, like get the old brain going. And my coworker is like, why don't you just put in Chat GPT? It'll give you the perfect phrasing. And I'm like, cause no. I'm not giving anything to Chat GPT, and I'm especially not telling Chat GPT sensitive information about clients, that's for sure. They're like, oh, but you don't have to put the client information in. You just say, hey, give me phrasing that talks about A, B, and C. And I'm like, I'm still not going to do that. I don't care how annoyed and bogged down I am with the work. I will never do that. So, yeah. The AIs are trying to get me too, sadly. Ooh, out of the blue, but curious if you've read a decent love story recently. I have been reading Not So Silent on Webtoon. Such a good comic. Oh my god, that is definitely going to be a Constellation topic when that gets up and going. It's so good. Oh my gosh, I love the main character. Lewis is great. He's amazing. Basically, the story starts off where a new student comes to the school. He's deaf. Yes, he's deaf. It's his father who's hard of hearing. I always kind of mix up those two. But he is deaf, and Lewis learns about sign language to help him out, and they get closer, and it's really cute. They support each other. It has a really amazing deaf community representation in it. Lots of actual ASL is drawn into the comic itself, which is incredible. And they're also just so cute together. I'm in season 2 right now, and oh my god, they're still so cute. Lewis's mom could go piss off though.
Yeah. Jesus. And the uncle, not ready. But
oh, I'm not ready for the uncle to show up.
Cinderella boy. I love Cinderella boy.
Scared. I am scared.
Read Cinderella boy. I love it. The twists are crazy. It's wild.
Do it, Allie!
But,
procrastinate!
Yeah, no. On Mars's quick AI thing, it is proven that if you don't actively use a skill, you lose it. Like, this is something we've known for decades, right?
No, this is very
centuries.
much the use it or lose it mentality.
Yeah, and it literally has been shown that when
nice pastry!
Oh, I just
Sorry, I get excited when I see Witch Hat.
11? I just finished 11.
Good timing. Riri Sparrow Mage just reappeared.
I just finished 11.
You did?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the thing you asked me about yesterday, I saw it happen.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it came before or after that, but then you told me, I'm like, no, wait, she's coming up on it.
It's literally like, I mean, it's literally like the last thing. Crazy. Damn pastry, it goes and it doesn't stop. That's all I can say. But yes, like a romance thing, I love Cinderella boy. But the AI thing is very much, yeah, you can give ChatGPT to write all your emails, but then you literally forget how to write emails.
How to write an email.
And so, God forbid,
my uncle.
You don't have it. Yeah, thankfully it does not stick around, Pastry Paw. Thankfully it's literally like a moment, and it's like, he's back.
He was so young when he's cleanly
He's
shaved.
wild looking.
I don't think this is a spoiler, but luckily he in the comic he just uses it as a spell to clean himself up, and it's like, nope, it's still me. I still got the eye bags. I still got the beard and everything.
It's an interesting thing that the definition of to be cleaned up is to be clean shaven, because you can have a very neat beard, right? Like you can have a sculpted. Literally though, Allie, I listened to this.
Oh, seriously,
I listened to this video essay, and it was about a professor, a scientist, like a published scientist professor.
Please tell me they don't use AI.
They used AI in like their like teaching to like do all this, to like make homework and do all of this stuff for like 2 years or something. And then they played around with a setting.
I know it's tedious, but you shouldn't do that.
No. They played around with a setting on ChatGPT, and it deleted everything. And they were so they lost all their like all the stuff, all the data, right? So all their teaching stuff for the past 2 years that you would normally have for yourself to use forever if you did it your fucking self.
Deserve it?
Lost. They are so brain atrophied that they thought that it was a good and prescient idea to write not a paper, but like basically like an article in that you can self-publish in Nature, the scientific journal, right? So that means this person is published in Nature to be able to do this like thing about how warning people, so literally telling on themselves and then warning people that if you press the delete button, everything will get deleted. And it was like, I'm sorry, you no are sympathy. But like, you are so unable to like think for yourself now that you think that everybody needs to know that if you press the delete button, it will delete, because you didn't know that if you will press the delete button, it'll delete without warning.
That's
like it doesn't give you
that they didn't think the delete button would delete shit.
Like it didn't give you a warning. They were literally complaining about it didn't give a warning, button. And it's like, bro,
it's the delete button.
Yeah, they don't deserve a trophy.
How do you fuck that up?
But let's go word of the day. This is not the word of the day that I want. Hold on. Let's back it up.
Yeah, we gotta backtrack. We missed quite a few.
We have. This is always the biggest backtrack. Alright, we can see the stuff now. This word is relatively normal, I'd say.
Wow, so the delete button deletes brain blast.
Crazy. Alright, so remember, we're fighting the brain rot. Think of how you would pronounce this. Preeminent.
Ah, preeminent.
Preeminent.
I've seen that one.
Preeminent. Yes. Preeminent is a formal word used to describe someone or something more important, skillful, or successful than their counterparts or peers. It's used synonymously with outstanding and supreme. She's a preeminent chef in the city renowned for its cuisine. Interesting. That is not what I thought that meant.
Federico, on that topic, there are so many stories of people leaving in either the prompt or the little notes from AI in their article or paper. It's just embarrassing at this point.
It's insane because they literally get so dumbed by it, right? Like you get so dulled by it. Like you are really dulled cognitively by using it. It replaces something.
I think one of my other friends said it best. Kids don't know how to bullshit anymore.
Yeah, and that's like a very important skill to have.
It's a good skill to have, and it's a good skill to learn because, one, you will learn how to do it, and two, you'll be able to recognize when someone's doing it to you.
Yeah.
Learn the art of the bullshit.
What is noteworthy about this sentence? Mount Kilimanjaro is a prominent eminence on the Tanzanian landscape. You very likely recognize two words that are closely related to preeminent: prominent and eminence. All three words are rooted in the same Latin stem, minere, which is taken to mean to stand out, though there is no record of its use without a prefix. Mount also deserves an honorable mention and comes from the Latin mont or mons, meaning mountains, which is understood to share a common ancestor with minere. Mount leads us in turn to paramount, a word closely related in meaning to preeminent. Interesting.
That is fascinating.
All right. What am I doing? What day was this? 30. Okay. 30.
Allie, I haven't seen a ton of typos from you, so I will say you are improving.
Yeah. And the autocorrect was not doing you any favors, so
No,
better.
No, it wasn't.
Use it or lose
the autocorrect was actively fighting you.
Okay. I would not call this a single word, but short shrift.
I wouldn't call that
Short
a
shrift.
single word either.
Short shrift.
I've not heard of
Never
this
heard
one,
of this.
actually.
Short shrift means little or no attention or thought, or quick work. In religion...
Hey, it's what your brain becomes on AI.
In religious use, it refers to barely adequate time for confession before execution. Certain neighborhoods have received short shrifts from the city government. We've got a confession to make, but we'll keep it brief. While it's technically possible to make long shrift of something, you're unlikely to find long shrift in our dictionary anytime soon. Short shrift, on the other hand, has been keeping it real terse, that is, for centuries. The earliest known use of the phrase comes from Shakespeare's play Richard III, in which Lord Hastings, who has been condemned by King Richard to be beheaded, is told by Sir Richard Ratcliffe to make a short shrift, as the king longs to see your head. Although now archaic, the noun shrift was understood in Shakespeare's time to refer to the confession or absolution of sins. Interesting. So make a short shrift means quite literally, keep your confession short. However, since at least the 19th century, the phrase has been used figuratively to refer to a small or inadequate amount of time or attention given to something.
I was about to say no such thing as a short shrift in Ace Attorney.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, I've never seen this. Ooh, you think you're getting better too,
That
Federico?
is
I
very
think you are.
interesting.
I think I'd say you are. It's all about
I think
practice.
so too.
It's all about use. Remember, what was the thing? Practice
It really
makes
is.
permanent. Okay? Practice makes permanent.
Yeah.
But you need
Not
to
perfect,
keep doing
permanent.
it. Otherwise, you'll have a problem.
Yep.
Oops.
Use it or lose it.
Use it or lose it. All right, continuing on.
That's the name of the game.
I think we've all heard of this word as well. Gargantuan.
Ah, yes.
Gargantuan.
Gargantuan describes something that is very large in size or amount. Something gargantuan is, in other words, gigantic. Bigfoot is said to be a creature of gargantuan proportions. Gargantua is the name of a giant king in Francois Rabelais. I don't know how to say that name. Francois Rabelais. Rabelais' 16th century satiric novel Gargantua, the second part of a 5-volume series about the giant and his son Pantagruel. All of the details in Gargantua's life befit a giant.
What a name.
He rides a colossal mare whose tail switches so violently that it fells the entire forest of Orleans. He has an enormous appetite, such that in one incident he inadvertently swallows 5 pilgrims while eating a salad. The scale of everything connected with Gargantua led to the adjective gargantuan, which since William Shakespeare's time has been used for anything of tremendous size or volume. All right, it's named after a fictional character. Giant woman, giant woman, all I want to do is see you turn into a giant woman.
Giant woman.
All right.
Can't go wrong with the classic.
Gargantuesco. Yeah, I didn't realize it was named after a character.
Yeah, the more you know.
All right, this is yesterday's. I think many will know this one as well. Prescience.
Prescience.
Oh, it says with an S. With a sh. I don't agree with that.
So prescience?
Yeah, prescience.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't agree with that. Prescience. Yeah, prescience is a formal word used to refer to the ability to see or anticipate what will or might happen in the future. Because I think of like prescient, not prescient.
Yeah.
To me, that is not
That's odd.
I don't agree with that. That's gotta be an option. I don't agree with that.
Well, let's see. What's the etymology behind it? Maybe it'll make sense then.
Well, here's it in a sentence. He predicted the public's response to the proposed legislation, my goodness, with remarkable prescience. It's gotta be prescience. Because it's literally science at the end. Pre-science. Prescience. Why is it a noise? All right.
Yeah, prescience.
I see
I
why
don't
it's
think
an
I've ever heard it
I
said
see why
that
it's a SH noise. Interesting.
Oh,
I will
why?
disagree though.
Hey, spill the tea.
Did you know the origin of No, God. If you know the origin of science, you already know half the story of prescience. Science comes from the Latin verb scio or sciere, to know. Also, source of such words as conscience, conscious, and omniscience. Prescience has its ancestor word. Prescience has as its ancestor a word that attached pre, a predecessor of pre, to its root to make praesiere, meaning to know beforehand. So I gotta say it's either. Because if
it really
science
like
is
a
the same root,
situation.
I think you can do prescient. But I understand if we get conscience and conscience, conscious,
but I think
conscience,
looking at
and
that word,
omniscience.
most English speakers would gravitate towards
I have
prescience
never heard
because it
someone
has
say
science in it.
prescient.
And that's the one that stands
But, like,
out.
Even in people speaking, I've never heard someone say prescient. It's always, oh, that was prescient, right? You know,
Yeah.
you had such prescience.
No,
there.
no,
It was always
same.
a
I'm in
noise.
agreement. I'm like,
Interesting. Quite prescient of you. No, it's always been a tss, not a sh noise. Interesting. All right. Last one. I know some of you will know this.
This is
I'm
today's
curious
word.
if everybody knows today's word. I think it's very easy to pronounce.
Oh, I know that one. That's a fun one.
Hornswoggle, which has an A noise instead of an O noise. Hornswoggle. To
We've been
hornswoggle.
Speckledorf.
To hornswoggle someone is to trick or deceive them. I think we were hornswoggled by that magician. Hornswoggle is a slang word of some considerable mystery, at least where its etymology is concerned. The word appears to have originated in the southern United States in the early 19th century. The earliest known written record comes from an 1829 issue of the Virginia Literary Magazine in its glossary of Americanisms. The magazine states that hornswoggle comes from Kentucky, and that its oddness matches nicely with other 19th century Americanisms, such as Sockdolager.
Wow. Okay, that's one I've never heard of.
So I don't think that's the sockdolaging from the play in which Booth knew when Lincoln was shot. Sockdolaging, that was like a word from there, but I think we don't really know what it means. We'll look at all of them. I don't know how to say this one.
Wild.
This one. How do I say this? I love how you don't give me the how to pronounce it.
How dare they?
Squatulate. Absquatulate. So so similar groupings.
Sounds like an intense doubt.
Yes. Okay, hold on. I wanna.
You need to squabulate your quads.
Okay. Let's try this sentence again. The magazine states that hornswoggle comes from Kentucky, and that its oddness matches nicely with other 19th century Americanisms, such as sockdolager, absquatulate, callithump, slumgullion, and skedaddle. While the exact point at which hornswoggle entered our language and the way in which it was formed may remain unknown, it is a charming addition to our language, joining bamboozle and honeyfuggle as colorful ways to say deceived. Bamboozle, I know of. Honeyfuggle, I don't. Well, let's go down the line.
Honeyfuggle is a new one. I kind of wish they put that in Winnie the Pooh, because that would be so perfect.
The fug noise is bad, I will say. All right, here are other words.
Noise is not great.
Because now we're going down a rabbit hole, we must. Sockdolager.
We have to. This is too interesting.
Okay? Sockdolager. Something that settles a matter. A decisive blow or answer. A finisher. Or option number 2, something outstanding or exceptional. The verb sock, to punch, and the noun doxology, a hymn of praise to God, may seem like an odd pairing, but it's a match that has been promoted by a few word mavens when discussing the origins of the Americanism sockdolager. Don't be too quick to believe the hype, however. When a word's origin is simply unknown, as is the case with sockdolager, there's a tendency for folks to fill in the gap with an interesting story, whether or not it can be verified. In the case of sockdolager, the sock part is plausible but unproven, and the doxology to dolager suggestion is highly questionable. The theory continues to have many fans, but it can't deliver the knockout punch.
Interesting.
The professor called it one sockdolager of a short story, but he seemed to be the only one in the room amused by its description. All right, continuing on. Because we love to go down a rabbit hole for the very last one, apparently.
We went down a rabbit hole today.
Absquatulate. A frontiersman preparing to absquatulate and head for the wilderness. Decamp is what it means. Other slang, abscond.
Oh.
The cashier absquatulated with the
that
funds.
one I've at least heard.
We don't get a did you know for absquatulate. We get the... Yeah, wow, it has very
I'll be honest,
little
Allie,
about
a
it.
lot of us have not.
Never heard of this
You're not
word.
the only one in that boat.
I have heard of sockdolager, but never the definition. It's more just like I knew how to pronounce it. I obviously have heard of hornswoggle. Never heard of absquatulate, but now we know.
Hornswoggle is the more popular one, especially when used
I'm
in
also
comedy.
here with bamboozle. This is
Bamboozle,
an interesting
another very classic
And
one.
we'll have to get to honeyfuggle as well. We'll have to look at that one. Callithump. Callithump. Which...
That does sound dirty.
A noisy, boisterous band or parade. Also, as an adjective...
That is very specific.
Callithumpian. Callithump and the related adjective callithumpian are Americanisms, but their roots stretch back to England. In the 19th century, the noun callithumpian was used in the U.S. of boisterous roisterers who had their own makeshift New Year's Eve parade.
You good over there?
Boisterous roisterers is a wild thing to say, okay? Their band instruments consisted of cruise noise makers such as pots, tins, horns, and cowbells. The antecedent of Calathumpian is an 18th century British dialect term for another noisy group, the Galathumpians, who made a rumpus on election days in southern England. Today, the words Calathump and Calathumpian see occasional use, especially in the names of specific bands and parades. The Calathumpian bands and parades of today are more organized than those of the past, but they retain an association with noise and boisterous fun.
That's so wild.
Calathumpian. Or Calathump. Alright, we got another one.
I think it's Honeyfuggle.
Nope, we got one more before Honeyfuggle.
Oh, really?
Slumgullion. Slumgullion.
I'm sorry, I'm really looking forward to Honeyfuggle.
We'll get to, which means apparently a meat stew.
Oh.
Oh, you've seen Calathump or Calathumpian in an album title? Makes sense. And, wow,
that's
fast
really
nose,
cool.
Slumgullion. Slumgullion may not sound like the most appetizing name for a dish, but that's part of its charm. The word's etymology does not necessarily do it any favors. While the origins of Slumgullion are somewhat murky, the word is believed to derive from slum, an old word for slime, and gullion, an English dialect term for mud or cesspool. Lovely, delicious. The earliest recorded uses of
Why did we
Slumgullion,
name food after that?
because I bet it was it's a meat stew, so I bet it looked like mud. Including one from Mark Twain's Roughin' It, refer to not a stew but a beverage, in sense referring to the stew debuted a few decades later. And while there's no consensus on what exactly ingredients are found in it, that's the Slumgullion that lives on today. Remarkably, the Slumgullion that Morton thickened through 3 2/3 innings included just one hit. Wild. All right. Last word.
So when my dad makes beef stew, is he making Slumgullion?
It just says a meat stew. I would say if it's thick enough to resemble
Just
mud
a meat
or
stew.
goop, then yeah.
It very well might be.
It was Sophomore Slump Calathump. All right, there you go. By Stomach Book. Wow. Do they also have Slumgullion as a title? Because that sounds like a perfect album name for them, too. The Goop Soup, indeed. All right. Last one. Honeyfuggle. It spells exactly how you think it's spelled, okay? You can also be honeyfuggled. Someone can be honeyfuggling, and somebody can have honeyfuggles, apparently.
You can have the Honeyfuggles?
I don't know how you would use
What
it with
does
an
that
S at
mean?
the end. I don't know how you would use it with an S at the end. It's just option. Honeyfuggles. Plural. I don't know. To deceive, to cheat. To obtain by cheating or deception. Or, another option, to flatter, cajole, or blandish. And lastly, as an intransitive verb, to ingratiate or seek to ingratiate oneself so as to cheat or deceive. So, so guys, many high charisma characters in TTRPGs really like to honeyfuggle. It's spelled how you think it's spelled, Annie. Honey, and then F-U-G-G-L-E. Honey and fuggle as one word. Like muggle, but with an F.
It's definitely a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, fuggle is a tough word because all I can think about is fugly.
Yeah. I can see why that one didn't stand the test of time.
Bamboozle? Yeah, it is better than honey fuckle, but it's too damn close. Oh, fuckle my honey. 2 G's, Allie, 2 G's. If you spell it with 1 G, it's fugle. Like bugle. You gotta have the 2 G's for fuggle.
The double G.
Oh, fugle my honey. No. Oh, fuggle my honey. 2 G's.
Oops. What am I doing? I need
All
a
right.
layer.
That was words of the day with Mars and Ori. I'm happy that we hit one
rabbit hole. I literally almost got a whole panel done.
Damn. Allie, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Bass, I'm happy that we found ones you didn't know, because you always seem to know them.
Yay! Bass, you're our word guy here, honestly.
I do think
You know
I will
all the
try to
words.
use Calathump if such a time comes when I remember it. It's not terrible. I think Honeyfuggle is something I will use when playing TTRPGs specifically, because I think that's a funny time to use it. And
Agreed.
I still like Quiddity. Quiddity is one of my faves so far.
Quiddity
Are there any
is
other
still
ones
so
in that?
good.
I feel like I gotta use Sockdolager
No, I think all the other ones were just ones we were familiar with. Sockdolager, yes.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it was. Okay. So the reason I know Sockdolager is because of Our American Cousin, which is the play that was happening when Lincoln was assassinated.
Aha!
And I need...
Oh,
The
Ragamuffin
line.
is a fun one, Bass. Who doesn't like Ragamuffin?
So the line that caused boisterous laughter and thus which Booth used to hide the gunshot was, don't know the manners of good society, eh? Well, I guess I know enough to turn you inside out, old gal. You sockdologizing old man-trap.
Damn. What a line.
Mm-hmm. Sockdologizing is an ambiguous term of abuse or scheming, a nonce word. Sockdologizing old man-trap. You were close, Bass. But that is why I know Sockdolager.
Very close.
That's why I recognized Sockdolager, because I knew about sockdologizing old man-trap. The socks are abusive. You know, the butter sock.
Very much so.
Oh, I gotta show
yes, fear the
Mars
butter sock.
the thing.
Please do.
It's so cute.
I would love to see the thing.
Oops. I can't do what I want. How do I get it as a download?
Poor Ori. She's struggling.
I'm really not used to VGen yet. Yes. Download.
Take some figuring out.
Download. Okay, I found it. It didn't give me like a... boost. Yeah. I want it to be little pink hearts. Okay, fine. Sure. Amazing. Sorry, I'm tipping them.
No!
Amazing. Alright.
Oh, they did such a lovely job.
They
Absolutely
did. It's great.
tip.
Great. And then I have to review them. Review. 5 out of 5. On-time delivery. Professional. Great value. Clear communities. Productive and very responsive. Amazing. Yes. It came
We
out
love when the art is amazing.
Adorably. Okay. Amazing.
I'm sure you spelled it correctly.
I'm not, but I did my best. Okay, let's make sure everything is good. Yep. All right. Grand.
Uh-oh.
All right. Mars. Beautiful. All right. You guys will get to see it eventually. There's some stuff I want to do to it first. Uh-oh. It's a shame we just encountered the word now. We learned it's a nonce word. No! Pass! Alright.
We do our best and we don't use AI for the rest.
Alright, you can see it, Mars. I sent it to you.
Yay! I'm sorry, I'm quick doing something.
It's just so cute.
That's where that came from. Okay. Yes, I did that.
It's great. Holy echo, there's an echo?
There's an echo?
Interesting. Okay. It is no longer echoed. I must have clicked something.
No.
Something changed, and then it must have clicked something. Very weird.
Oh, me, oh my.
My bad.
Welp.
Instead of AI, you use tweezers and yarn. There you go. Yep. No, I must have clicked something and trying to send Mars the little commission thing. Y'all will see it. Y'all will see it eventually. It's for next week.
Get going, Mars.
All right. Here's all your lovely sneak peeks. Guys, remember, you can read Outcast updating weekly on Mondays, even though I forgot to put it in the Discord until today. On the website! On the official website! And it's really good, too. I love Weird Al. We hate AI.
That was a payment.
Weird
Al is great.
Is honestly based as fuck.
God, okay. Can somebody explain this trend to me? Why were people posting fake reactions to Weird Al's not death? Like, they were posting reactions to Weird Al dying, but he didn't die. But I nearly had a panic attack when I saw that.
No idea. He's
Why
too
was
young.
That a thing for a bit?
I know he's not that young, but he's too young to die now.
Like, am I the only one whose feed all that crap was ending up on?
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. I will admit, my algorithm is pretty fucking tailored. My lord, so
I mean, my algorithm's pretty tailored too, but sometimes I just get random shit on there.
Mars, you gotta look at the Discord.
I'm looking! I'm sorry!
So cute!
Let me see! Oh my god! Horrible!
It's so good.
I was like, I wish you could turn them into acrylic keychains. Those are so cute.
I am gonna take them and, like, put them so I can have them individually. They're so
I was about to say, how are you going to present these?
Definitely individually. I'll probably add the, like, little white outline I like to add to stuff. So
oh,
like,
that's a fun one.
Ish, I guess.
That's like your signature.
It's just fun to have them as little stickers.
I see something in the sketchbook. Woo, you're working on Kai, Allie. Very cool.
Yeah.
The blob shoes refuse to conform to a shape. I see a shape, Allie. Those shoes look like shoe shape. I think you got it.
Look at the boy. I love the boy. Look at him. Look at him with his jacket. I'm just like going back and forth through the jacket. On, off, on, off.
I look forward to that too, Canadian Lucifer. I like that so many companies are currently freaking out about AI not being profitable. I think my favorite has been the Microsoft CEO being like, it doesn't look like the public likes AI very much, and this is gonna hurt my bottom line. It's like, oh, do cry some more.
That's why they keep trying to force it down your throat. You know,
do cry more.
That's why they keep trying to force it.
It
Because
brings
they're losing
me
money.
joy.
Did you guys hear about the quote like incredible scare quotes, right? Like the biggest fucking scare quotes video game AI generator thing?
Yeah.
The biggest fucking it doesn't do anything. It's not video game at all. And did you see how, like, so many investors pulled out of, like, video game shit? Because they're like, this is the future. And it's like, bro, it's not even a game.
No, it's not even a game. If you just make something that's gonna play the game for you, that's pathetic.
For a minute! With a 60-second time
not
limit.
worth the technology.
You could do it for, like, 100 and something bucks a month. Yeah, and then, like, people very easily made, like, just Nintendo games. Hey.
Allie, I've been playing indie games for the last 7 years, and mostly, if I'm playing anything that's from a company, it's either Nintendo, because Nintendo's still been all right. I wasn't thrilled with what they did with the Switch 2 last year, but I hear new stuff is happening. I'm probably still not going to get a Switch 2. I'm very happy with my original Switch.
I'm still not planning on getting a Switch 2.
And
nothing I need right now.
Backtracking to older games like Ni no Kuni.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm here for Ace
by the way,
Attorney.
Ori, I am sharing my screen as well.
I can do that for you.
Give the boys the average.
Give the boys the average? Is that what you said?
Give the chat the average.
Load the
I really enjoyed Ni no Kuni, Allie. I started Ni no Kuni 2 last year, and then Silksong took over my gaming time. So hopefully once I beat Silksong, we'll get back to Ni no Kuni 2. Luckily, I wasn't too deep in that I still remember the story. It's already giving found family, which is great. I'm very here for it. It's also giving very, uh-oh, I didn't want to be a dad, but I guess I'll be a dad now. Which is just the best vibe.
I like
that's the vibe of Reagan, Engine.
I am such a sucker
Lloyd.
for the I didn't want to be a dad, but I'm somehow like an amazing dad, and like I haven't had child for a day, but if anything happened to them, I would kill everybody in this room and then myself. Vibes like that's my favorite trope ever.
It's so good.
Reagan, Engine,
it's
the
so
original
good.
Episodes of The Mandalorian, like the first couple seasons, you know,
the first season of The Mandalorian really was the best. I don't even remember what happened in season 2. It's been fun so far, Allie. So it's a bit more combat
told us all about how big games.
Combat based, rather than taking
not that
turns
Reagan, thank
in
God.
the order. Your main character has a sword. They also have a pistol, so you're able to switch between the two of them. So you could do like jump attacks and stuff like that, which is really interesting because there's a whole timing element to it, which is really cool. And then they're kind of bringing in like these Fae characters as well that could give you like extra buffs and extra magic spells. It's very interesting. I'll let you know how it goes, but first I gotta beat Silksong. First I gotta get through that.
It's such a good trope.
I'm
Definitely
hoping to play
one of my
Silksong this
favorite
weekend.
tropes.
It's such a good trope.
Up there, I would say, so, because it kind of goes hand in hand with Magnificent Bastard, if I'm being honest.
I will say the Unexpected Father does go hand in hand with the Glorious Bastard.
Yeah, which I love. I also love the Magnificent Bastard one trope. Of course, my top favorites are,
Touching more on hidden badasses can also be good dads.
They could also be up in there. and pure of heart, dumb of ass. Those are probably my top 4, I think. It's like if you give me like a show or a book or something with like one of those in it, it's like, oh, we're great. Glad Everett's not drawing blood at least. He's fucking bruising him though. My goodness.
Garden is worse, so that's his kneecap. Okay.
What Lego
This is Mars's game
how could I ruin your life?
Whose
I wasn't even
line
there.
is this anyway?
Oh, is that the Lloyd thing? I only know that from it was like a sound on like TikTok or whatever. All right. Well, remember
What was
we're
the
gonna.
sound?
It's like a. Is that Lloyd? Is that you? It's Lloyd, Dad. No. I named you 2 L's. Lloyd. Dad, you ruined my life. How did I ruin your life? I wasn't even there.
Okay, now it's coming back to me.
Yeah. I'm like, you've definitely heard
I've seen
it.
that one maybe once or twice.
It's definitely over there.
Come on, line.
I
work
could
with
not
me.
do Lego Ninjago. What I can say is that Jesus Christ, do some artists like make the fucking Legos really hot? Yeah, like damn. Who is
Just like,
this?
well,
and then it's like,
shit.
oh, it's a Lego Ninjago character. It's like, what? How did we get here? I never watched Bionicles Bass, but I played with Bionicles a lot. That was like a large toy of my childhood. I loved Bionicles and like getting to put them together, and I would have them fight. But so like I liked the bigger kits because I liked the ones that took like a really long time to put together. I will say, as like a person, I am very much a like craft kit kind of person, I guess. I always did
I feel like that's accurate.
more Bionicles than Lego. I don't think I really had. I had like the mega, like the mega blocks, the Duplo. That's what I had. I had Duplo, right? So the big ones.
We had Duplo for a little bit. My brother was actually the one who got super into Lego. He actually has a very impressive collection. He has a lot of Star Wars ones. He got a lot of Lego movie-based ones. And then he started getting the Minecraft set ones. And now he's starting to move into those more, I guess, artisanal Legos. You know, the ones that look like flowers and like actual display pieces and stuff.
Yeah. See, I definitely wasn't as big of a Lego person. Like I said, I did the Duplo. I know about Connects.
Oh, Connects. I remember those.
I know about Connects. I don't think I had any Connects. Like I said, I had a lot of Bionicles. I can only recall ever having one Lego set, and it was one I got myself much later in life. I've said this before,
Never
the Poe
grabbed the
Dameron
cards.
X-Wing Lego set, because I saw that advertised and how it changed from, you know, cruiser mode to fighter mode, and I was like, I need that. That's really
Which
cool.
was so damn
Epic
cool.
as fuck. Love my X-Wing.
What kid didn't want that, honestly?
So I have that one. But that's like the only Lego kit I remember having. My graduation from Bionicles went into Metal Earth.
Ooh.
So it started out, again, Star Wars
That
style.
tracks.
Because my father and I,
hella tracks.
it would be like a special day if you got to go to Micro Center, because it was not near where we live. And
No.
so it was like a special trip to go to Micro Center. And one day you're like waiting in line, and it's like, oh my god, make like the Millennium Falcon, you know, Metal Earth, right? And I was like, oh my god, Dad, this is so cool. And he, you know, also being a Star Wars guy, was like, hell yeah, that is very cool. So he got one for me. And we put it together, because I was like a little young at the time to do it just by myself. And that one was like kind of a harder one, the Millennium Falcon. So he did help me the first time put it together. And then I was like, now I'm obsessed. And so for like lots of Christmases, I would always get Metal Earths. And then it graduated out of like all the Star Wars ones into just like fun ones. Like I have a peacock and an armor set and a dragon and the Wright brothers plane,
which looks so
and
freaking
they're really
cool.
really cool.
Okay, what?
I have R2.
What are
I
we
have an
talking about with Guard
AT-AT.
1? Open your heart to average. Maybe you guys will be pleased with the final entry of tally marks. I don't know. Everett is a manipulator after all.
Yeah. You know what's really funny? So I'm in pain, and Dylan woke up this morning and he's like, Ori, I have a headache, and I like do the I do the reach out with my hand and I go, let's take ibuprofen together. So real. So real. I could live the meme. I could live the meme. Let's go take ibuprofen.
That's the best.
Because it's like this morning in bed, right? He like comes back out of the shower and I'm just like lying there also in pain, having yet to get up.
Ooh.
And he's just like, I have a bad headache. And I'm like, let's go take ibuprofen together.
That is really funny you mentioned that, because I had a headache this morning too.
Oh my goodness, no.
What was it about today?
I had a good day. I hope
Once you
tomorrow
got
will
past
be as
the-
good.
The
That's
the
question.
headache.
Well, unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that besides suffer. Tomorrow should be better, though. I get to suffer, and then eventually it goes
no.
away. Yeah. No, today was just not a lot of people's day, Bass, it seems.
Yeah. But that's okay. Tomorrow's a new one.
Meteor drops of the prison French kiss. Okay. You know what? Valentine's Day is coming up. I guess
This is true.
I'll see if I ask for a poll, y'all are gonna want Guard 1 Everett. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to draw Guard 1 Everett given a smooch. I don't want to do it. So we have to debate what I feel like, because that's the only way the art comes out good.
Well, you guys have heard the rules.
I don't know what smooch I want. I mean, obviously, there's a main smooch.
A Milano
There's a
Hosen smooch is
classic
always
smooch.
lovely.
Yeah.
Of the
Could draw Everett patching up. See, I don't. At least ship it a little. I'm gonna be honest. If there's any level of actual like, I have to see a little bit of the ship, and I'm gonna be completely honest.
I'll be
am
honest,
not at
I
all
haven't given
here.
Ori a ton to work with in that department.
I am not here for Guard 1 and Everett to fall into one big polycule. Well, we already did the shipping Punnett Square. Did the shipping Punnett Square.
What more could we do?
I have to be inspired. It's so hard.
Inspiration comes from the most unlikely of places.
It's one of those things. Okay, a wild experience. So, did Soup add Guard 1? I don't think Soup has done any Guard 1 yet.
No.
The shipping quotas were
not.
Gang on a fishing trip.
Soup's done a lot of
I've actually drawn Summer Fishing Boys. It's very fun. God, that's old art. It's traditional, and I drew it while, on beach vacation.
Damn. Oops, too much.
Milano fishes with his hands. Aster and Sinnott fish with poles. Ferrex attempts to fish with his hands like Milano, but I wouldn't say he's very good at it. He can't sit still well enough.
For the boy.
Milano can lock in focus. Milano, point blank, is the hunter. So
Milano has a background being a hunter.
I don't think I know what noodling is.
Noodling?
Noodling fishing?
Like canoodling?
No, not like canoodling. Oh, yeah. It's how you for catfish using one's bare hands or feet. Yes, that is what he does.
Aha!
Yeah.
I
Feryx
never knew
can't,
that was called noodling.
like, sit still enough. But yeah, Milano
Look
does
at how
the, like...
much Feryx moves around between panels.
Milano
Boy
also
can't
does...
sit still to save his life.
Like you know, in Mulan, when they're, like, standing in the river and then they do, like, the kwa-cha! Milano can, like, also do that. Because you have to be very still, right? You have to wait.
Yeah.
For the fish to come to you.
It's a test
and
of
then
patience.
it is a doing, like, in all of the ways. So that's how Milano would do it. I would say Milano may do spear fishing, but that'd be, like, the most. He can't sit there with a rod. Like, that's too boring for him. I would say Feryx also can't sit there with the rod.
He's pretty good at using his claws.
Oh, yeah, no.
So
Milano gets the most fish by far, I would say. He is the hunter.
Much to Aster's
for, like, everything.
delight.
Yeah. Sinnit does the fishing in, like, it's a relaxing, leisurely time, and he does catch fish.
Sinnit has patience for days.
So would Aster.
I have no problem imagining Sinnit being able to sit there for hours on end.
Same with Aster. I think they could both sit there and just do. Feryx can't at all. He could not wait around for the pole. And he also is not, like,
I just had wait, mini comic idea.
Oh yeah? We could. I'll find it.
Well, of the boys fishing, each in their own style. But literally the last thing I thought of is Houghton gives it a try, and he's just yanked off the pier into the water.
That's a very
and the camera stays on the pier, and it's just yoink!
Okay, you're gonna make me. I'll find it for you guys. I'll find it because we're putting everything out for free. So as it comes up, I'll add it to the showcase. The gallery. Sorry, the gallery. Speaking of showcase, though, there's a ton of Ace Attorney up for Psychic Sidekick and higher members. If anybody is that.
Oh my gosh, so much of it.
I just uploaded a bunch.
I remind myself what the naval uniforms look like. Aha! Okay, so this is shirt.
Like their dream dates. I don't think I did anything last Valentine's Day.
We didn't do anything last Valentine's Day, but I think on the first Valentine's Day, we did do greeting cards.
I've done a total of 2.
Which was super cute.
Yeah, I've done a total of 2 Valentine's Day sets, and they're both like each character but individually. No Averett is involved. The first time we did it was, they were like Valentine's Day cards. Right. So they had the little cute, like, you know, pun shit on them. Yeah. And the time I did after that,
written by yours truly,
giving flowers.
I'm still finding my feet.
They all had like roses.
Those were
in their
cute.
colors as well. You can see them. Those should all be in the gallery already. If you look up Valentine's Day in the gallery.
Instead of flowers, this year we could do candy.
The only thing I'm gonna say is I am certainly not gonna be able to do 5 separate full color pieces like I did.
Oh, no. I would say keep it between the 3 main boys.
Oh, so finally bring in Averett.
Well, because he officially debuted. I feel like it makes sense.
Oh, I did do... I'm trying to remember. I think that was for Valentine's Day. I did ties on the Kofi. Those are still Kofi only, though.
Ties. Oh, yes. Yeah. I do remember those.
Those were all... Those are still Kofi only, though.
Rip everybody. Sorry. No ties for you.
I don't think that one has Averett, but it has, like, surprise Easter egg Averett in Hotson's, I think. Why am I blanking on literally everything here?
Because life.
Which Outcast boy is the most aura? I think it's Milano.
I feel like Milano, he's the captain.
Like it's Milano.
Although, I will say, though, in terms of screen time, it could be Feryx.
Just for now.
For now.
Okay, why can I not find my thing, please? I know I have it.
It's the best kind of average, Allie. We love surprise Easter egg, Everett.
I know I put it.
There was also not Valentine's Day related, but there was a D&D one we did as well. Where we had them as different party members introducing themselves like visual novel style.
Yeah.
I can't remember if that one's on the Ko-fi or free. I think that
one's
one's free.
That one's in the that one's in the gallery. Okay, it should be here somewhere. Okay, no.
Shoop, shoop, shoop. Got that. Shoop,
Wow,
shoop.
there's so many sketchbook pages. Okay, we're coming up. That's surfing.
Got this.
No, why are you not
that.
here?
Locked layer. Oh no!
Surfing, okay. Is it in this one? Oh my god! Okay then. Apparently it is not on my computer.
Huh!
It's in the book, but I don't have it listed here apparently.
Oh snap!
God, some of these are really old. I have the surfing ones! They should be... Okay. They should be with the surfing ones!
Keyword there being should be.
Yeah.
It's okay. we
Child
forgive you.
hugs. Studies. Evo snow. No. Tea. Why are none of these what I want?
You never find it when you're looking for it. Whoops. Only when you're not looking does it appear.
Alright. Sorry. I'll give you something else instead, apparently. Instead...
I hate how choppy that looks.
Because this one
There
has
we go.
a boat involved.
Little better.
So...
A boat.
we'll make them separate. I won't make them separate. When is this from?
Ooh.
Oh. Amazing. Look at me. I have the date on it. 24.
Look
Wow.
at you organizing.
We have Aster, Senate, Barracks, Hudson, and Milano. Alright. Instead, you get Animal Crossing AU, because there's a boat involved.
And they do celebrate Valentine's Day in Animal Crossing, so you know. Close enough.
The surprise Easter egg I read notes. Okay, there's a Ko-fi set all about neckties. It is the, you know, spice tier. And Hotson's has multiple neckties. And that's all I'll say about that. Go
That's
pay the Ko-fi. Yes, Milano as Cap'n is perfect. I will say,
Oh, yes.
there's no sharks, so sharks in it is really odd to do.
Sharks in it came out pretty cute, though.
I think my favorite is the Ferrex, if I'm being honest. The rest are like okay, but the Ferrex came out the best.
Ferrex just fits in so well
No,
in the
it's
Animal
the
Crossing universe.
villager! Hudson's the villager.
Hudson's the villager who just moved in. He's a new guy. He's just a little guy.
Hudson is collecting neckties like Infinity Stones. He had 6 of them on in various ways.
God damn.
I don't think any of them were around his neck, if I feel. I don't think so. I might be misremembering. Definitely most of them were not. I'm gonna have to look at it.
I'm pretty sure there were a few around his wrist.
Mars is going into it.
Oh, this is just me trying to remember.
And apparently nothing is where I want it to be.
No.
None of the folders are where I want them to be.
Okay, now I gotta do your teeth, good sir.
Ah, I found it.
Aha! Where was it hiding?
I don't know. Oh, because it's called Valentine's, that's why. See, it was Valentine's, I was right! Okay, Hudson does have one around his neck. I think he has his own around his neck. Yes, he has his own tie around his neck.
Does that count?
And then he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other ties involved. Otherwise,
Our silly Blorbo man.
Sinitz is around his neck. I gotta admit, it's really sad that it's just on the Kofi because I'm very proud of the tie patterns.
That came out really friggin' good.
Okay, maybe I'll take a little screenshot of the tie. I'm very happy with the tie patterns. Okay, we could do a little. Like, look at that. That's beautiful. They all have different tie patterns too.
A lot of effort on that one.
And we got this one.
But I love how you could tell how each one belongs to each character. Like, it completely
I'm very
makes
good
sense.
at colors. See, we got
Ori's got that
Panay.
color theory down.
We got this kind of like different stripe. I love doing plaid, Canadian Lucifer. I actually really like doing plaid.
Okay. There we
This
go.
one
There's
in
your
the back.
terrified Gar1 for the evening.
Oh, do I gotta? Go away. Yeah, I do gotta. Yeah, I actually really like drawing plaid. But yeah, these are all
Which do you
hand
like
drawn
more plaid or
patterns.
wood grain?
I don't know.
Yay, fear. He's so terrified. Poor Gar1. No breaks were given that day.
Everyone's too emotional, asshole, and frightened. Yeah. He do be like that.
Yeah. He's a pretty one-dimensional character. That's just kind of how he is.
Okay, I will admit, Mars, the candy idea has inspired me. We'll see what I manage to
do. Nice.
I am inspired.
Look at all this power I have, you guys.
Mars, you always have all this. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
Ori
but they
has
get to
very
see
little
it in
time.
action. Now they get to see it in action. I am definitely
More
before I
mold?
continue with the flat. I am definitely jotting down the fishing comic idea.
Yeah, do it. You gotta
'Cause that
do
one's
one of
too
these
good.
mini ones so that I have something to do. I did head pats.
The problem is so many of them are non-verbal. That's the issue.
Okay,
It's like,
which one?
well,
then...
they're just sitting by the bank fishing. The only dialogue is when Hotsu gets pulled in and goes, "Ah!"
All right, then you need to group them into which ones you think are verbal and not verbal. Okay, so then I can go, and you gotta put them in the thing, because I don't want to do ones that I'm like, oh, I didn't think this had any dialogue, and you were like, no, I wanted to do, you know, like that. I just don't want to do that.
Oh, believe me, if I want there to be dialogue, you will know there's dialogue because I will write dialogue.
Well, we have a bunch of ideas.
Outcast mini comics. I'm making a new folder in
All right.
the doc. We're actually getting organized. I'm
goes by.
I'm actually gonna move
Shit,
some
he's a
things
sheep.
around.
Uh-oh, I think they cracked the code, Mars.
What?
Hotsun's a sheep. He goes, bah! At the end of the comic.
Oh no, Hotsun's a sheep.
They cracked it. They cracked it. Our secret's out.
Damn it. Oh no. Well,
shit.
Cat's out of the bag. Okay,
you can
Ori,
take that
I'm gonna
to your
make our life
3.
a lot easier. I'm going to move like the countdown promo and presentations into a folder that says done.
Sounds
just
good.
So there's less to look at.
Sounds great.
Character coloring, I think that can go into done. I got all my references.
You knew it? The
transfers,
sheep? You had a sheep theory in there?
Dream ideas.
The ram's out of on the lamb. Yeah, the ram's out on the lamb. That's what it is.
AUs I'll keep. Business I'll keep. This I'm gonna move over here. Why does this say Ace Attorney? What is this?
Probably the AU.
Oh, this was for... No, that was for the folding planets where we interacted with our characters as the voice actors.
Oh, why'd you put that in there?
I guess so we would both have access to it, because the whole folder is called Outcast Materials, not Folding Planets.
That's what's like... And that's not even Folding Planets, that's Ace Tootie.
OC Real Idea.
Okay.
Swap kidneys for a day. I don't know. Bricks? What? What was this? Oh, this was a John Mulaney thing, and I was thinking of which character would go to which quote.
Ah.
This is like a real idea from 2022? When was this last edited?
Oh, God.
Oh, no. Okay, I last edited it on 2024.
Oh, okay. That's
August 2024. Okay.
Sheep
not
births
as
are
long
different?
ago as I thought. Jeez.
I am uncertain, Bess. Currently, I have to recall where Scarlet Macaws are from, like are native to. Because currently the port that we're in has a very specific, like, animal makeup, specifically. And then anybody as an odd one out is meant to be, like, specifically an odd one out in some way. So, like, it's intentional. So I'd have to double check where Scarlet Macaws are from. I'm trying to remember if he breaks any rules or not. Because that would be the only thing. If he breaks a collar rule, I can't have him in there. I don't think he does. I think he is I think he does technically break a collar rule, but that's a movement
oh my God,
thing and not a
write
visual
the thing. Ah! I organized and I forgot to write the thing. Damn it! I gotta go back to the closet.
Yeah, I'm dying, gonna lose
I put the clothes away. I forgot to get the jacket.
Outcast is
God
3 years
damn it.
old. Outcast is technically more like 5 years old, but you know.
I know you
being
guys have all
posted is 3
seen
years old.
the inspirations if you are in the Discord, but I am doing a slow release of the character inspirations throughout this week to celebrate on Insta, Tumblr, and Blue Sky.
Woohoo. And I think it's funny that I can't get over, Mars, you try to fucking justify, like, Zonka to me, where I'm like, nope, I already victim.
I'm very glad you agreed with that one.
I thought that was so funny.
No, I thought about it even more where I was like, Ruto and Hotsun, because Ruto's also in the position of, I'm just helping you out until I get what I want from you guys. I'm like, yeah, that's Hotsun. That's Hotsun.
That
but,
specifically is,
you'll
but
be
I would
won
say
over very quickly.
as an overall, I wouldn't call Ruto an inspiration. He's got a very different vibe.
No, not at all.
But
not an inspiration at all. Just similarities.
Okay.
Just similarities. This is why I like Kei Urana so much. Because I'm like, girl, we kind of think alike.
There's certainly precedence for character cosplay. Because, I mean,
Milano's engine would slap.
Yeah, Milano has engine. Hotsun is
Sinnet
Ruto.
as Rio.
Yeah.
Gris as Aster. Done. Done.
I have not been keeping up with JJK.
I'm so behind. I'm so behind. I need to watch JJK. I need to watch Kaiju number 8 season 2.
Yep.
I still need to catch up on Dr. Stone because that's gonna come out. I'm waiting for the dub of Freerin to begin. I'm staying on top of that. It's more so I'm waiting on them to release it.
Yeah,
Ori and I are
can't
watching
be an
Spy X
Outcast.
Family together.
I think Vess could. Yeah, Vess technically could.
Vess could, I think. That's the Mars quote of the night, Allie.
I have to go back in the closet.
That just reminds me of the Thomas Sanders reel he did for Halloween and Christmas. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. I'm going in until my family leaves.
Yeah.
I fear we may need a drawing of the boys cosplaying. Yeah, I fear so too, Allie. I fear so too.
It's one of those things where it's like, why did you make these so detailed? Why are you doing this to yourself, comic artist?
Well, look on the bright side. You don't have to give Milano any of Engine's tattoos.
I don't have
Unless you want to.
And yet, half of my feed is shirtless Engine Mars. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, same.
So much of my feed is just people trying
seen that one
shirtless Engine, okay? And I'm not upset about it. But if you think
I'm not upset about
that
it
I can't draw Milano.
Ooh, guys, you hear this? Milano's getting tattoos.
Okay, this is such like a
Milano would have a tattoo though.
This is such like a
He'd be the guy where as soon as he's old enough, he'd get his first tattoo.
Ferrex would also have a tattoo. I think Ferrex 100% needs like canonical tattoos.
I feel like Ferrex and Milano are the type of buddies that dare each other like, hey bro, pick out a tattoo for me. Okay, you're getting this one.
Yeah, I
pick
can
out
see
one
that.
for me. Like, they got that vibe.
I will say the main reason
Hotsun?
I have
There's your
not,
Valentine's idea.
Oh god, no. I have not given any of the Outcast characters tattoos is because I don't want to have to do them every time. And it's a really fine line of... See, and I think people would be like, oh, but Ori, you gave, fucking Sinnet all this shit. Sinnet's thing is very methodical. It is circles and lines, right? Like in a specific...
It's circles and lines. Ferrex has
easy...
his belts and pouches, but those are also like rectangles and
also,
lines.
and if you've noticed,
like they're not crazy.
I'm gonna be honest. If you've noticed, they have gotten simpler over time.
I noticed Hotsun's bag disappears in every other panel. So
that's less of a I don't want to draw it thing and more of a me being stupid thing. Ferrex's pouches have he went from having 4 to now he has 2. And I won't rectify that or explain that. That's just life. I don't want to draw 4 of them. That was it. I was done. I was done drawing 4 of them. Just such is life.
Such is life.
But like, as I showed when I showed that, like, what's the word? I'm blanking really bad. That Surprise Me commission with the really detailed armor work. I love doing stuff like that. Like, do not get me wrong. Like, you can see in some of my... I gotta show off now. But in some of my favorite things, it's super detailed like that. Commissions. Well, yeah, so you have this one with the really detailed armor, right? Lots of detail. What else has a lot of detail? I know it's in here. Items. Here is the one I'm thinking of. Like, these are old, but these are a ton of... I have to find the other one. Ah. This is V2. Again, old, but like, all of this hand...
Still so pretty.
Making sure we can see. All of this hand-drawn filigree.
You can imagine
design.
Hotsun as the Cult of the Lamb. Now that makes me wonder about the lamb. I don't know a whole lot about that game, to be honest. Like, I don't know the characters' personalities to know enough.
You know, like, these are getting old. I'm really gonna kind of wild how old these are. Where's the really... Ah. These tattoos popped off. These took forever to do this design on them. But like, so the point I'm trying to make here is I love detail work. A lot. But I know that every time I do it at this level, I'm very done of doing it. Okay?
Ori wants to take a vacation after that.
And so I know that I don't want to have to do it over and over and over and over again.
Well, luckily, if it's fan art for your OCs, you only do it once.
Yeah, you only do it once. But so the point is that the main reason that Milano does not have any sort of tattoo, thank you, Allie, is because I know I don't want to draw it over and over and over again. And that I don't want it to be simple. I want them to be cool, right? Like, I want them to be intricate. Like, that's what
I'd say the closest we have is the scar on Ferrex's tail. That is it.
Milano has specific scars as well, and they're meant to be the thing. But Perrin, who's going to have a ton of scarring, is not going to be precise, right? It's literally going to be a draw it willy-nilly every time, you know, so it's slightly different every time. Because that's not something I can keep track of or care to keep track of or want to keep track of in my head. Where's...
Yes, Perrin's got scars, Bass.
Oh, yeah. He's got a lot of
Perrin's got all the scars.
What are the characters? I want the characters.
Oh my god, I still never wrote down the fishing idea. Ah! God damn it, I keep getting distracted. Oy vey. Okay.
Yeah, like,
mini
this
comics.
was my OC.
Open the folder. Open a doc. Make a doc.
For the last campaign. And I love her. And she looks epic as hell.
Go
Look
fish.
at her detail. You know? On the eyes. On the everything. But I would never, ever do this for a comic character. Because that would be a pain. And that's why I'm really a little scared about our next idea. Because when we do get to it, I don't want to accidentally go too ham. Oh, look at this guy. I love this guy. Look at his filigree.
Oh, he looks so good.
I actually drew this during Session 0. Like, while Session 0 was happening. And I was DMing for. I DM'd this campaign. This is an NPC. Wilden. His name was Darl G. Ling. Bass. I couldn't be that on the nose.
This guy sent us on a Alice in Wonderland-esque
I think
escapade.
A tea-pet coming out of his head would kill him.
Yeah, that's his actual head.
That's literally just his head.
Didn't he pour us tea from it?
Yeah, he did. Multiple times. Very explicitly. This is actually the camperine that Ricoridi is from, originally.
Yeah, this was Ricoridi's first debut. Ori, remind me, we said Ferrix would try to copy Milano's technique.
Yeah,
would
but not
he have
be good
success?
at it. No, because
Okay.
he couldn't sit still long enough to have the fish come.
Right,
Like,
right,
the
right.
tail would always flick. Oh my god.
Oh, okay, I have
This
panel ideas.
G'day, Lucifer, this is amazing! G'day, Lucifer, oh my god! Look at him. Oh my god. I love it. I love it so much. Gotta put it in the fan art. Oh, look at him. Look at the lad. This is adorable.
Wait, where's the lad?
It's now in
You're
fan art.
distracting me again.
I'm sorry.
Ah, it's so cute.
So good.
God, that's amazing.
The Kool-Aid Man, but tea. Yeah, basically. Small sacrifice to
That's
make for the tea
so
pet.
damn good.
I don't know what kind of tea pet would come out of Darl Geeling's head.
The question alone scares me. He's going full croc boy. I love it.
I love it.
That's going in my folder, gotta be honest.
And I will say,
That's
G'day
going
Lucifer,
right in
he
my
would
folder.
not be against that. I would say, well, it's probably
No,
not
he
the most
wouldn't.
efficient if it was to be like a scenario where that was, you know, like for some reason his face was closer. He totally wouldn't hesitate, you know? And he also would probably do it just to show that he could. I could see both scenarios happening. You can hear the nom? Yeah. Oh my god, I imagine like Ferrix struggling and Milan being like, come on, it's not that hard. And he's like, fine, you know, and Milan's like, I'll even give you a handicap. I'll catch it with my mouth only. And then he immediately catches a fish. Like immediately. Like no time at all. It's so good, Canadian Lucifer. I love it. I love it so much. He's such a little lad.
Alright, Ori, I'm going to send you the thoughts for these mini comics.
Lovely. Oh, circling all the way back to Valentine's Day. So so on Paper Demon, a lot of people have like canonical ships, right, with their characters. Either their own two characters or their character and somebody else's character, whatever. There's a lot of that. And so I will say there's a fair amount of smooching on the site, which I'm not against at all. What happened? Okay, that was weird.
What did happen?
I don't know. It was very weird there. And it's like, I'll like look at a piece of art of like two characters that somebody drew kissing, and I'm just like, wow, this is beautiful. This is gorgeous. But I can't do it. I don't know what it is. I like it's not like a, it's like you're looking at it and it's like, oh, this is so technically beautiful and it's just very nice. And then it's just like, but I can't square that circle for some reason. It's just, I don't know. Uncertain. The smooching outbreak, Cooties 26. Yeah, exactly. Any hand holding? The side like event? Yeah, exactly. But so it's just like a wild sort of like, I just can't do it. I don't know. The brain doesn't click. I wanted
done it. I finally wrote the thing. Now I can art again.
Yay. Mars wrote the thing.
I kept getting so distracted.
Yeah, that's just life.
I know. Doesn't mean I have to like it though. I would really like to get this entry done by tonight.
The whole entry?
Not sure if that'll happen. I'm not that far off. I just have 1, 2, 3.
Ah! More!
Ori's like, Mars, go slower!
It's a catch-22. I don't want you to go slower, but... So it is.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. We need to get shit done, but...
Oh. I gotta write the next port entry. Ah!
Bitch, acting like how that port entry is like right here. Come on, girl. That's fucking 4 of 6. And that's not even halfway done. That's
girl
is 4.
Coming up. Is coming up.
Girl, it ain't coming up that fast. Not gonna lie.
What? Yeah, but think about how elusive time is. It'll be here before we know it.
I've been saying that since I
don't like it any more than you do.
I do like it. I just want to be on top of things again. And I feel like I'm on top of things now, but only for a small period of time will be I on top of things.
Has certainly helped.
Yes. God, good lord, the page format has certainly helped. So much of this I could do. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm on 7 panels. It's multiple pages already. I know, I need the boys back.
Yay!
Yeah, if you go too slow, you go to jail.
I just want the boys back.
You go too fast, believe it or not, also jail. Very accurate.
How do you win?
You
the
don't.
System is right. Oh my god. Okay, Bass, since you said 6, 7, I have to reference this.
Uh-oh.
I saw one of my students today, and for the longest time, 6, 7 was a thing. The kids would do it every time. I lost my surefire way of getting them to do their S sound because every time I'd prompt them for 6 and then 7, it dissolved into 6, 7. I'm like, okay, well, at least you're saying the S sound. Check.
I think I realized...
I see one of my kids today.
Yeah, go on.
I see one of my kids today, and he is wearing a 6, 7 shirt. And it's just like a cute little shirt. The 6 and the 7 look like ice cream on top of ice cream cones. It's like, it's one of those novelty shirts, you could tell. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, oh my god, they made 6, 7 merch already? So I talked to my student about it. I go to like, oh, that's a cool shirt. Is that a 6, 7 shirt? I'm like, little bit, but it's like playful teasing. And he just says to me, 6, 7 is dead. I'm like, wait, what? It's like, 6, 7 is dead. It's not cool anymore.
Then why are you wearing the shirt, child?
Hallelujah! Hallelujah! So, you heard it here first from the mouth of 4-year-olds. 6'7" is officially out.
Okay.
It is no longer cool.
I realized something, and it was like a lot of people are like, oh, you can't blame, if you're getting annoyed by 6'7", you can't be like, oh, it's so terrible because you, like, when you, back in the day, you also had, like, your own whatever thing, right? Like, your generation.
I'm
had
sorry,
whatever.
ours were funny.
No. That's not it. And I'm gonna tell you, that's not it. The difference is the frequency at which the thing would be procced.
Okay, fair enough, fair
you see
enough.
What I'm saying? 6'7"
Keep going.
is such a common thing to say in everyday life. Saying like, maybe it's 6, maybe it's 7, right? Like it's a very...
I gotta say, when you're in a preschool setting and you do a lot of counting...
Yeah, no, seriously.
It
is a combination that happens very frequently. And so that means that the opportunity for it to be procced is incredibly high, right? Versus like, to me, the one I think of that we had is like the 24, 25, like I know something funnier than 24, 25, right?
Let me hear
like,
it. 25.
Like how many times a day is someone saying 24 in like everyday speech versus saying 6 or 7? Right, like
one's definitely more common than the
yeah,
other.
420, 69, they are much less common. And also, I think 420, hold on,
literally, it was like waking a sleeper agent with these kids.
Yeah. But 420,
you say 6'7", and they're like 6'7". I'm like, yes, 6'7".
But see, that's another thing. 6'7" is long, repeated, and like drawn out. You say 6'7", and it goes 6'7", 6'7", 6'7". Like it's not a once and a done thing. It's a going over with the hand motions. 420, the answer is blaze it. That's it. Like done.
Blaze it.
Right.
You're done.
69, nice. Done. Right. Like it's like a moment.
That's
right?
what we in the field call a punchline.
Yeah. If you say 6'7", it doesn't just go 6'7". There's not it's not like a call and a response thing. It's a let me repeat this 8 different times with like full hand motions. I don't remember 420
with
or 69 having
no change.
But it's like, again,
just the same.
Again, the 420
and everything.
Just think of 21. Is that one I'm not remembering? The point is that yes, numbers be funny, but I do think that 6'7" is a particularly horrible one because of what it did and how often it would come up. Right? The bigger the number, the less often the more digits, right? The less
it definitely
opportunity
made
it
every
comes up.
preschool teacher's life a living nightmare.
Oh, 9 plus 10, 21. I see. Okay, yes, I do know that one.
Oh, that one. I forgot about that one.
To me, that was never a said thing, though. That was like a written thing. And maybe that was just me.
I don't remember a lot of people saying that one.
I never heard that as like it would come up in like
maybe I just wasn't hanging
out
out with the cool
yeah,
crowd.
maybe that's just not what we were doing. But yeah, I do think it's anomalous, right? Just in the frequency of it.
Sense.
Because I agree that like slang has always been a thing, and when it's not quote unquote your slang, you're always annoyed by it. And I mean, to be honest, when it was our slang, a lot of us were also annoyed by it. Okay, like I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people hated YOLO. A lot of people vitriolically hated YOLO. Okay, like certainly no, slang is gonna have its haters, and that's fine. But I do think 6'7" is anomalous explicitly because of the frequency of which it's used and how disruptive it is.
Disruptive is the big one.
I cannot think of something as disruptive as 6-7 has been.
6-7 is the most because you'll literally just be trying to.
Again, I don't even know that I said it.
The response.
Bass brings it up because apparently I said it. Like, I don't even fucking know, right? And that's why it's so difficult. I don't know.
Living in the internet age.
Okay. That, Bass, I can see why. If you do have one of the quote-unquote meme names, that will be particularly terrible for you, unfortunately. Ooh. But I do think that's still different than the 6-7 thing, because the 6-7 is anyone at any time for any reason, right? Hello, Lucy.
Yeah. Hi, Lucy.
But I can imagine, Bass, that it has been rough with that meme. I can totally believe you very easily. Same with what? Alex was the big one. You know, Alex from Target, right? There's that one. It was Alex, right? And of course, if you're a Karen and you're not a terrible person.
The Alexa means like, Alexa, play, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's to be named Alexa for a while. Mm-hmm.
But because, like, to be honest, I don't have an issue with everything else I would have considered sort of the Gen Alpha, like, slang or whatever. Just 6-7 is particularly annoying, and I had to be like, there has to be a reason why. Because it's like, skibbity, whatever. But, like, I'm down for Cap, right? Like, I'm fine with Cap.
Skibbity all that much. The only time I kept getting skibbity was when one of my kids just could not stop saying it for the entire session.
Yeah, but again...
And it was one of those days, so I was just like to her, skibbity's not a speech word. No more skibbity, please.
But again, that's not something that you, like, really proc, right? Like, you don't...
Well, that's the funny thing in working with kids that I am currently learning, is half the time you don't proc them for something in a meme. If it is in their brain, it's just there.
Yeah.
It's locked and loaded, waiting to go.
But
they don't need any prompting to get that out. They'll just say it whenever the hell they want.
Yeah, but that's a child, period. 6-7 is literally, like you said, a sleeper agent go word, right? Where like every child under a certain, at a certain age within the vicinity hears those two numbers together, with anything in between, basically, immediately has to do the thing. And that's fine. But that's what I mean by procking, right? Is that it's like a call and response sort of thing. Like I said, with the 69,
I see.
Nice, right? So if I walked, at the time, if you went and like, oh, there's like, oh yeah, I think it was 69. Like, I could totally, everybody going, nice. But it's just a moment. Instead of everybody going,
it's just a moment.
6-7, 6, like it's over and over
and over.
Well,
that's the difference. Just doing nice. It's
or
like,
blaze
okay,
it. Like
could
it's
have been
short,
a real response,
sweet,
or you're
done.
Just doing a meme.
It's also like
where it's like there's
losing
no
the
ambiguity with 6-7. There's no ambiguity, right? It's like, oh, this is the meme. There's no chance this could be something else. Like with 69, it's like, nice. All right, maybe that was a real response. Maybe you're just vibing. I don't know. But with 6-7, it's like, no,
Best, though.
That's the meme.
But exactly. But it's exactly like with losing the game, because it's just a moment. It's literally just a brief. Dang it! I just lost again, and then it's done. Right? Like there's not this ongoing, elongated.
Well, I think that's
tone.
how I got my students to stop doing 6-7, because I played it as I lost the game moment. Because instead of like telling them, okay, none of that, I just be like, Yeah, I walked into that one. Okay, let's try this word. And then suddenly 6-7 was no more.
Well, it depends on how old they were, Canadian Lucifer. It really is a, you know, a child thing, for lack of a better, because I wouldn't even say I'd see high schoolers doing it. To me, it's like a middle school and elementary school
on TikTok
meme, if that makes sense. Which
like,
is, see, that's another interesting thing.
All of these kids are on TikTok.
It very much gives, it's a elementary school, you know, middle school meme vibe. And the reason that we didn't have stuff like that is we did not have the internet at that age.
No, we did not.
We did not have the internet like we had now. So our memes were high schooler memes, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's a difference. There's a vibe difference. Are you still stupid and dumb? Yeah, I'm not saying that, but like there is a vibe difference.
There's a difference in age, there's a difference in understanding. The most we had in elementary school was Jingle Bells, Batman Smells.
High schoolers
that was the worst it ever got.
High schoolers in our time had much more shame.
Yeah, that's the other one too.
Had a lot. Children are explicitly shameless. That's part of being a small child.
That really is one of their superpowers.
That's like a definitional.
You don't learn shame
being a small child
until you start developing self-identity.
And that's
honestly.
all fine and good, except that means the memes are also shameless.
Yeah.
I would say, well, I don't actually know, Bass. I don't actually know.
So, hard to say because I work with younger ones and they're still like
they're not
figuring
at
out how
bully
the world
age
works.
yet.
For a lot of them, they're mostly just figuring out how to be around other people because they've never done school before. This is literally their first year, and half the time they've only been exposed to their family at this time. Most
that's what I'm
heard
thinking,
is
Allie.
kids trying to figure out if pushing and shoving is allowed. That's the big one.
I would say, because even when we went to school, I would say there wasn't a lot of, like, quote-unquote classic movie bullying, right? Like,
I didn't find bullying a thing until about first, second grade.
Yeah. But I'm saying I don't remember bullying ever really being, you know, someone getting swirlies in the bathroom or, like, you know, being pushed into lockers, which was 100% a real thing back in the line. Exactly, Allie. It was a lot more like, I will also say, being a girl, you had more, quote unquote, you know, the girl bullying where it's them being passive aggressive, cliquey, you know.
Definitely more insidious.
Like that sort of thing. And I was certainly a child that if you did try to beat me up, I would take no shit. So, like, Dylan was also like that. So, 2 peas in a pod as children. But, I was definitely bullied in, like,
opposite end of the spectrum. I didn't beat them up physically, but, the things I could do to them verbally.
See, it was funny. You definitely couldn't, like, lay hands on me. You would not have a good time. But I was also relatively immune to being, like, passive-aggressively bullied because I just didn't care. I didn't care about you. You were not my friend, so I gave no shits about what you thought. They moved with you? Oh my god, Bass.
Oh, jeez.
That's the unluckiest shit ever.
That sucks, Bass.
Yeah, Bass. Yeah, I don't know if that type of bullying happens today. I would say, though, online bullying is a different type of insidious. You know? It's a different beast. A different... Like, I'm not gonna say one is worse than the other, but I do think it has very much moved online.
Yeah. Now, the most you see in the schools, at least what I've seen so far, is someone gets pushed because they're upset. Or somebody took something without asking and then somebody else retaliated.
Ellie, oh my god, he's so adorable.
Oh, I want to see.
Ellie. Ellie.
Oh my god!
I'm dying.
Hold on
His face.
Oh, I can't get over the eyes. Oh my goodness, they're ginormous. Art consumed.
Oh
I know
my
this is just
lord.
sketchbook, but oh my god. Yum. And his little cloak. I can't. Oh my god, this is so cute.
Oh my lord.
The hair is also getting me because it's like, I know it's following the lamb, but it's like half hair, half hood.
Yeah, because it's the lamb.
It's so
I
cute.
can't. Oh my god.
Very weird seeing Hotsun with
Yes,
horns.
La Boo Boo
It's gonna
penguin,
take
La Boo
some
Boo.
getting used to.
Insane.
La Baba.
La Baba. Oh my god. La Baba is insane. See, so the one bullying that I did have to take action on was technically online, because it was someone taking pictures in the locker room.
Ooh, that's
They
horrendous.
were not getting away with that. And she hated me for it. And we were not having that.
You don't mess
Crazy
around
shit.
with that shit.
No. Nuh-uh.
See,
I reported
in
that
elementary
shit.
school,
Hella.
I got the very
So
classic
lucky.
4 eyes treatment because I've had glasses for a really long time. Started in about 2nd grade, and then they were like, well,
I'm sorry.
your eyes are deteriorating earlier than we thought. Time to get some glasses. So I got the very classic, like, haha, 4 eyes, haha. I was like, okay, I don't give 2 shits. But then they turned that bullying onto my best friend at the time, and I was like, oh, okay, all bets are off. Gloves are coming off. You can say whatever the hell you want to me, but she's off limits.
See, I was very much like, say words, you know, I don't care. You know, like, you're not my friend, so I don't care what words you say to me. But this one girl took pictures of my ass in the locker room in like the gym shorts. Thankfully, it was always like the ones I knew about were in like actual gym shorts. And then
Was it someone in our grade?
yeah,
at the
it was
time?
someone in our grade. You knew her.
Who was it?
She also made friends.
Oh,
she also
shit.
made fun of the rolling backpack.
Oh, that bitch.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, her. Yeah, and then and she like took that and she like sent it to a bunch of people on Snapchat, and ended up, or she like put it on her Snapchat story, like something like that, like fairly public, and
God, that's fucked
yeah,
up.
honestly, Bonnie's pretty chill compared to that, right? And then, I had a friend who happened to be friends with her in like Snapchat or whatever, and found out about it, and then told me about it, and so I took it to the, you know, the school immediately, because my mother worked for the school. So I was like, I had no issues with, you know, I had no worries. It was like, you are getting told on. Like,
It's like, this will get taken care of.
And so then, thankfully, my school did enforce she was not allowed to have her phone in the locker room anymore. Because, like, that's fucking egregious,
Good.
right? Like, that's fucking,
Yeah.
you know, like, Jesus Christ.
That is, you have crossed the line.
Yeah. And then she immediately, like, got told, right? I don't remember it, like, I don't think she got told who it was or whatever, but she, like, got told that she wasn't allowed to have her phone in the locker room. And she immediately, like, posted, like, a Snapchat story that was like the, you know, when you take like the photo and it's black and it says like snitches get stitches or whatever. And it's like, you wanna fucking go?
God.
Like, we will go. Okay?
Bitch.
Put your money where your mouth is, girl, because I will say it was sadly it wasn't enforced very well until like the third time I like skipped gym to say, nope, she has her phone in the locker room. But it's like, I'm tattling. I have no qualms, ma'am. Like, we will get, if you don't do this, like, I have fucking screenshot proof. Do you want to get this to the police? Like, we do not have no qualms. But then she stopped and everything was fine. But it's just like, girl, you gotta keep testing this shit. Yeah, be the like, nothing. I'm sorry. I had no qualms. I had no issues with telling on her. I had no issues with her knowing I was telling on her either. It was like, fucking nuh-uh. We ain't playing.
I love how we're talking about bullying while working on Averett Bullying Guard 1.
Averett is Bullying Guard 1. But
we're on the bully arc right now.
Is Bullying Guard 1 the traditional way?
Yes. Well, they do live in historical pirate age.
Bess, you're not dumb. A lot of, like, it's a scary thing, and when you don't have, you know,
you were a kid
life
and you want to protect your family.
Right, if you don't have life experience.
That's the only thing going through your head at that time.
It's very easy to be, you know, to take things carte blanche, right? Like, don't blame yourself for stuff like that. I was very lucky that, again, my mother worked for the school districts. So, like, she, for lack of a better term, was, like, part of the in-group, right? So she knew everybody. So nothing was scary to me because I knew them too, right? Like, she was, like, friends with my, like, my kindergarten teacher. Like, she was friends with, like, the security guard. Like, I knew the security guard's son, right? Like, it was like, while I wasn't particularly friends with anybody, I had the ability to know that it's like, yeah, this child is not going to murder my family, right? Like, that was an experience that I was able to know that. Don't blame yourself for, you know, especially when being a child, that you don't have.
Especially being a child, but also, like,
it's
not
scary.
to say it this way, but it's like, it's in the past.
It happens to a lot of people.
Hindsight is 20/20. I wish I did things differently with my bullies. I got the very classic advice because I was getting bullied by a bunch of guys. My mom gave me the very classic advice of, oh, they're picking on you because they have a crush on you, so tease them right back. Didn't go well. I got pushed off the slide for my troubles. But they got to go with the principals while I got to go home early, so ha!
My favorite story ever is that a boy came and grabbed me and I flipped him. Like, full flat over, knocked the wind out of him. I did get put to sit on the bench saying you didn't have recess, but it was like 1 or 2 minutes before recess ended.
Like,
no. It was like 1 or 2 minutes before recess ended. And then so the aide is like, all right, you have to come back and sit here tomorrow instead because you didn't do your punishment. I did not do that. Nobody remembered and came and got me. I was like, they ain't gonna fucking remember. And so I was like, no punishment for me.
We must have snuck off that bench so many damn times. Like, no one was watching. No one cared.
Actually lived in my neighborhood, and I lived very close to the library, and that was like the place the kids hung out. So he would come.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, I know you. And he was horrified of me. Horrified of me. He's like, no, you don't. And
good.
Biked away. Horrified.
That's what we want. Yeah, wasn't that horrible advice? I'm so glad that mentality is dying out.
Yeah.
I didn't fall for the propaganda. I quickly realized with a bloody nose in the cars, well, that was
boy
bullshit,
lived to tell
and
it
I'm
tale.
never doing that again.
Many did not, that's for certain. No, I yeah, when I sit down and think about it, I was definitely a more violent kid than I think most people would expect, but always as like a, you don't mess with me, right? Like I was on the smaller side
defensive.
until
you were never
like 10th grade, and then suddenly I was very tall.
Offensive, that's the word I need.
Compared to everybody. But yeah, it was very like,
would you guys believe that Ori and I were the same height for a while?
For a long while.
What a wild time that was.
I was a pretty small kid for a long time. And I was a flyer in cheerleading. Like, I was pretty small. And then in like high school, again, I think it was like 9th grade going into 10th grade, that like summer, I like shot up. And then suddenly the friend that was the tall friend in my friend group, I was taller than her. And it was like, oh shit. Damn, okay.
Oh, damn.
When did that happen?
I'm the tall one now.
Yeah.
Mwahaha. It's rough being a kid, Canadian Lucifer.
Yeah, that's a school district thing a lot of times, unfortunately. We had a pretty good school district, all things considered. We had a pretty large school district and a pretty well-funded one.
Stood up when they needed to, which was good.
Yeah. And like I said,
I had the high ground.
A lot of my luck.
Oh, I came back to recess the next day and showed him. He got pushed off the monkey bars.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, they didn't keep an eye on that bench. Worth it. I think that was the only violent, quote-unquote, violent streak I really had, though. Like, I was not the type to lash out or go for the throat unless you made me. Like, well, you're making my best friend cry. You gave me a bloody nose, you pushed me off the slide and laughed in my face, so now you get to fall off the monkey bars. Sucks to be you.
Sucks to be you, indeed. That's insane, Bass. See, yeah, that kind of bullying never happened. That's also like...
Yeah, that's
like a weird level of classism bullying in like a very specific way.
Isn't it? Because it's like that specific, like, you can't afford the
It's literally a you can't afford the premium skin sort of shit.
Literally be like if we were bullied back in the day for not having Club Penguin membership for better clothing.
Yeah.
That would be the equivalent of that, and that would be so weird.
So weird. It was always gonna happen.
Yep.
You ever doing a violence in grade school?
I feel like grade school was like the time to be violent.
It's one of those things.
Middle school and high school, that you had to adapt to the game. It was like, oh well, physical isn't gonna work anymore. I got to get in their heads.
It's one of those things where it was definitely like, if you like asked me, I'd be like, no, I was certainly not like a, like a violent child or anything. But then it's like I sit back and it's like, no, but if you tried me. But if you tried me. If you tried me. Yeah, seriously though, Bass. That's the predatory shit too. It's so crazy. No, I feel like it's basically the equivalent of people bullying people about not having like brand name shit. And it's just like,
well, there was always this semblance of classism when it came to bullying, right?
Yeah.
Because you could get bullied for not having the right clothes, having the roller backpack, like you said, not having the newest phone, like, so it was always there. It's just now taking on a new form.
The problem with the internet is that, like,
Fortnite skins.
I think the problem with the internet stuff, and the problem that makes, like, cyberbullying kind of, in my opinion, a step above, is there's no safe space from it, right? Like, if you're bullied in school, you don't have to see
him the warning, Allie.
That
well
person
played.
outside of school. There you go, Allie. Perfect.
He deserved it.
Deserved it indeed. But it's like you can't leave the cyberbullying, right? Like, at least if like your bully, like, you know, said shit to you or, like, did beat you up or whatever at school, at least there is a, like, you're not at school all the time, right? Does it suck? Of course. Like, I'm not trying to downplay it, but there is a little bit of, like,
escape this.
you do go home at the end of the day, you know, like, you do whatever, and, you know, like, there is a level to that, where the cyberbullying is, like, it's everywhere all the time. And, like, unfortunately, being on the internet is kind of necessary. And,
well, also
like,
just
yeah,
kids are hanging out online.
That is certainly a rough one, Bess.
They are. Oh, that's awful. I'm so
That's
sorry,
very
Bess.
unlucky.
Technically, my bully did live close.
But now imagine your bully's
just, like,
in your house.
A block away.
Which is a thing as well, but we're just getting all over the place.
We were never in contact with each other. Like, we never saw each other outside.
Well, Bass, you turned out good anyway, in spite of all of it.
Exactly.
Bless you. Bless you.
Crap, I only got one left.
You do.
My sneeze.
Is this the Borginian song? I think I always tune in at the Borginian song. God. I will say, I really want to do a Pass the Smash Zinc LeBlanc.
It would be so fun.
I think it would be really fun. I also, guys, might make a second attempt at a Pass the Smash. I think I said this. When it gets to the point where that gets to become...
Me.
Yeah, I don't know if I said it on stream. Dylan also agreed it's not cheating.
Yeah.
I think I did say it on
it's not
stream.
Cheating.
You got stuck on the airplane
You got
case.
stuck, Allie.
Oh no, Allie.
Oh no. I don't recall us getting
Oh my goodness,
stuck.
Pastry Puff.
I think
At
we got
least-
confused at one point, but not stuck.
I'm trying to, I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of cases where it's like, I don't really remember,
Oh, geez.
like, the intricate workings of the mystery.
This is your ear, right? Yeah. That's an ear.
You can do it, Allie. You'll get through it. Like I said, at this rate,
believe in you.
You'll catch up to us pretty fast.
You definitely will. And honestly, when you do, you are in for a treat with Apollo Justice.
I will be very excited for you to get to be a part of it. Okay, why is that weird?
Oop, oop. Shoop, 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 shoop. That's the trick, Allie. You get someone who loves the character, and then you're always playing.
Exactly. That's all you need. And then, as long as you get through Apollo Justice a little quicker than us, it'll all be good. It'll all be set.
And you'll be set. Ah, look at that. Okay. My first time coloring Saiga. Look at this beautiful lady.
Oh, okay. I did give you a thing, right? I wasn't dumb?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you gave me references. You gave me plenty of references.
Ooh, I had a moment.
I
there.
have the colors.
Okay, I believe you. I had a moment.
I'm not just slopping random colors on there.
I'm not been paying attention to what you're doing.
Clearly. Okay, don't want to forget your little earrings, Miss Lady.
Oh yeah, you did meet Lang. I forgot you met Lang.
Earrings.
That time we had a woman in the comment. I know, I like men, okay? Is that a crime?
Specifically, we like twinks and himbos. It's a very specific type of man.
Okay, can I spoil a last time on Ace Toonie? You guys have to promise not to remember it, okay?
Yeah.
I'm asking chat. Chat's got to promise. Are there any other?
Oh.
Does a fellow man enjoy or agree? I'm glad you agree, Ellie. Like, don't get me wrong, women are great. Promise? All right. We promise. You promise you will not remember. Amazing. All right. One of Dylan's last time on Ace 2D is, and we found out that I'm a bear because I have big paws, not because I have gay sex. That's it.
Oh my god. Wow.
Shook during the record.
Incredible. Ship it and print it.
Liking men as a woman is only a crime in June.
Amazing.
What if I do it really gaily, though, Canadian Lucifer? What if I like men in a very gay way? Which I will not elaborate, but it is true. I feel like very unbased straight people would consider it very gay. Say Gex, indeed. There's a soundbite of Dylan saying it forever now.
All right, Everett.
Ship it. Yeah, exactly.
Your turn.
That's allowed? I can, that's allowed? All right, I'm glad it's allowed. Whew.
Noise.
Dylan and I could still date in June then. It's not illegal.
Phew.
You'll allow it? You do make the laws every. I'm glad you'll allow it. Thank you for allowing our vaguely straight gayness to be pride acceptable. Dylan didn't know about the demon.
You guys won't be dating in June. You guys will
in
be
Pride
married.
Month. Yeah, that is wild. Thank you for allowing our marriage to be legal in June. Dylan didn't realize there was a demon in Pride Month. He likes the therapist one a lot, but he never knew about the demon that's inside Pride Month. He loves that.
Well then. Just gotta introduce him to more of the culture.
Very good hugs. Dylan originally, high school Dylan gave literal, like, crushing hugs.
Oh, he could do, like, the chiropractor crack your back.
Oh yeah, he still
hugs.
does that. I will literally go up to him and the way a child would say uppies, I put my arms up and I go, crack me. Crack me. That's
so
neat,
needed after being in a car for hours
But
on
I
end,
thought July was Wrath Month. Sorry. June is Pride Month. July is Wrath Month. You know, bear hugs, indeed.
You do be bear confirmed.
I would have to say in, like, the groupings of things, Dylan's an otter. I would not put him at the level of bear. He's definitely not a twin. I would put him as an otter. He's pretty...
No.
I would
no,
solidly put him in the otter category.
That feels about right.
Yeah, July, the month of art fight. Exactly, it's Wrath Month. It's Wrath Month.
There you go.
Lucy, are you saying this is a cute hug? An otter is, like, in between. An otter's, like, in the middle. I'm very certain we talked about on a thing.
In the middle.
Both.
Both is good.
Yeah. An otter is, like, the in-between of twink and bear, to my understanding, at least.
That is my understanding as well.
Do we ruin my algorithm and look it up? I think we look it up.
Oh god. That's your choice. Oh, speaking of algorithm, I think Danny Mata started watching Lego Monkey Kid.
Yes, I did see that. I did see that.
I had a feeling you did.
Watched him watch
and now
it
I'm
yet.
sitting. I haven't watched him watch it because, like, I kind of want to see the first episode.
Yeah.
Blind.
I'm gonna watch it as we watch it. Because that's what I did with everything else. That's what I did with, like, because it took me a long time to watch Amazing Digital Circus, so I didn't watch his thing. Oh, I've learned a lot more.
I'm glad you can vouch for it, Allie. We are mostly interested because we know Sayu is a VA in it. That is honestly the biggest reason.
There's a lot of them.
Oh boy.
There's a lot of words.
Who knew there would be so many?
Yeah. Wild amount of words. Is dolphin? I did not see dolphin. They're mostly related to bears. Allie, we're watching it after Kim Possible. When Kim Possible's done...
Yes. It's next.
That's the next. Ferrets, the actual animal, are cool. I think they're very cool.
Ferrets are very cute. I went through
Wiki
a
is
stint
all
where
need.
I wanted
Amazing.
a ferret on my own. And then I went over to one of my cousins who I don't see very
often. Yeah, they came out with episode 2, Canadian Lucifer.
And boy, howdy do they stink. They are
We're
really
watching Lego
smelly
Monkey
animals.
Kid.
They're very cute, but they're very
Pastry
smelly.
Puff. Yeah, Sokka's the main. It has Alejandro Saab in it, and that's all I needed.
Yes.
And it's supposed to be surprisingly
We got the
good.
goats.
It's supposed to be surprisingly good.
It is.
And
so
I'm not
very
against
excited.
it. I love Journey to the West as well, in general. So, you know, I enjoy, you know,
if I could find something to replace
everything.
the hole that Sayuki left, that would be amazing.
So, I don't think we won't like it, Allie. I'm gonna be honest. I have seen nothing but people that I liking it. So,
I will
you know.
also say it's very rare for me and Ori to not like something.
It has to be
honest,
pretty egregious,
especially
and
if we choose to watch it.
I would say there's only been 2 times that I've been kind of disappointed. One is, of course, Space Battleship Tiramisu, because we really wanted it to be something that it wasn't. And that was not recommended to us by anything.
Dungeon in space.
That was not recommended to us by anything. That was us just kind of looking for stuff, and it was like, ooh, food anime, and then it wasn't anything we wanted at all.
We sadly got reminded that not everything can be dungeon meshy.
And then
that was a very disappointing lesson.
That happened to me was an artist that I do enjoy was drawing a lot of fan art of, I'm trying to remember the name of the show, like The Ghost and I or something.
Oh, I remember you telling me about this one.
Yeah.
What was it? The Ghost and something. It wasn't Ghost and Molly McGee. You liked that one.
I liked Dude, That's My Ghost. They were doing a lot of fan art, Dude, That's My Ghost. And I'm like, okay, like, this seems interesting. Like, I'm gonna watch it. And I couldn't do it. I could not do it. That one I couldn't do. That one I could not get through. No, not everything can be dungeon. It's called Dude, That's My Ghost. An artist that I like did a lot of fan art for it. And I was like, okay, I'm interested. You know, let me watch it. And I just couldn't. Yeah, well, I can't.
So, Ori, I'm sorry to distract you, but you forgot Averett's emblem on this panel.
No.
His medals are missing.
No. Damn it, Everett. It's okay.
Because I was working on his other panel, and I'm like, oh, his medals. Wait a second. I colored an Averett earlier. I don't remember coloring those. And I thought it was me. I thought I colored over them and didn't realize, but they're not there.
No,
I'm sorry.
I just haven't tried hard enough to make... how could I? Yeah.
Why can't my coffee be dungeon meshy? Why can't my life be dungeon? He's been demoted. Saiga snatched all his badges.
Spoilers. Curse these meddling kids. Yeah, exactly.
One to play. Dethroned.
I actually planned on making it easier on Mars anyway, where they're already colored, so.
Why the hell would you do that?
Because then I can copy-paste them. I already copy-paste them, so there's no reason to need to color them every time. So it's why
legit.
bother?
I'm saying you're like, I didn't screw up that much.
No. It's literally because the way I do it is I literally have the emblem drawn, and then I literally copy-paste it and then, like, warp it.
Okay.
Because it's a flat object. So my thought is, like, just to make it like quick, neat as possible instead of being this like very detailed work is just like, why not just copy paste it? Yeah, why not just copy paste it?
No, that makes both our lives easier.
Yeah,
100% on board.
No, I would not be coloring them in instead of you. It would literally be taking out a step of they don't need to be colored. But those are the only two shows I can think about that I was like, I really don't like this, so I'm stopping. I've definitely stopped a lot of shows where I just like, I've watched a bunch and then just not, like, it didn't grab me enough to like make an effort to come back, you know? Like, there's definitely been stuff like that. Or I've just kind of fallen off. Like, I enjoyed my time with the Dragon Prince, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm very behind. And I don't know if I'm gonna catch up or not. You know, it's just kind of one of those things where you get to a certain point.
And there's only so much time.
Maybe Saiga's devoting effort for racism.
This is the Navy.
This is the Navy.
I don't think they do that, sadly.
I feel like the racism might be a little systemic.
just a bit.
She posted, Eric gets kicked out for being Brad, all the above. Yeah. Lots of lore. Hey, that's what Comic Corner's all about.
It is.
You get us talking about stuff.
It's also 10:32. Does anyone have any pressing questions?
Yeah, this is the time for the long questions. Don't wait. I guess why not?
Damn it.
What was this?
Give me your face, good sir. There we go.
I'm trying to think of why am I blanking on the own word I made up? I'm thinking it might be exophobia. I think that would be more the term. Because collar is more
are we talking about the bigotry against collars?
Yeah, collars. I think it would be exophobia.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So you could do that if we're talking specifically collars, though. Yeah, speciesism. I would call it speciesism. Sounds weird. I would say speciesism, personally.
Yeah, speciesism.
Ever tucks off his medal before beating him up because he didn't want to get dirty. There you go. Done.
Damn.
Canon.
No, turns to Saiga. Hold my badge. Wham!
Saiga, wait! Stop!
Why are you giving me your badge? Oh, shit! I'm supposed to stop these things.
No. So xenophobia is the real life thing, pastry puff, you know, fear of different things, right? And so they use it, you know, for various things. Exaliums is the species that has been denoted to colors. Homo exalium, right? So your Homo sapiens is humans, and then Homo exalium are colors. Whether or not they are a true species and should be considered a true species is left up to the unknown. This is canon in the story, Pastry Puff. Hotson refers to them as exalium in his notes specifically.
Yes. He
because
also uses it during the Synod Hangout arc.
Yeah. He says exalium, and his slip in the Ferrix Hangout is a separate, you know, is an extra slip. Right. So he's Well, so I wouldn't say that, like, this is something we're coming up on the spot right now, Pastry Puff, the phobia thing. I think that canonically, I think you could probably use things interchangeably, but collar is used more, like we talked about, is more similar to, like, the word queer, where, like, a collar and a collar can, like, they're okay. And then if you're, like, a person that is known to be, like, chill, you can say it around certain collars. But, like, the way the Navy is obviously using it is very derogatory. Not yet, Mason. No.
They're claiming the word back.
Yeah, exactly.
The callers are claiming back their word.
Yeah. So it's not the level of, like, you know, having the N-word pass. We don't want to associate it that hard. There's definitely, you know, parallels and stuff. There's parallels to any group being,
I think you're
discriminated against.
Lots of different
you can pick, like, take your pick. That's kind of the idea.
It really is.
It is like a take your pick of which group you want to associate them with. How did we come up with the world building? Ooh. Do you come up with when a scene is needed, or do you have a basic idea for most things? So we have a basic idea for the
definitely need a basic idea
through line of stuff.
Especially with the systemic issues going on in the world, we need to have an understanding of, like, what the rules are, what's in place, like what's considered established. So we definitely need some kind of idea.
Yeah, like
place.
Saying, like, Homo exalium as a thing was very early on, so with collars, right? Like, how they were discriminated against.
That was, like, one of the first
main
bits of world building I think we got in
that we ever really did. Yeah. Then there sort of is like a lot of general stuff in the sense of, like, we understood a general look of the world, but we didn't really have, like, place names for like until we needed them.
Definitely took a long time for us to get to El Maltra.
Yeah. We have a fair amount of place names now, and places even have flags, but that was something that did come later as, like, points of world building. So there is a fair amount of, like, this happens now that we got to it, or now that we're thinking about it, and stuff like that. So it is a mix of both.
So I'd say it's a little bit of a mix.
I think it's very important to have the very basics of society down, because especially, like, so, like, the way that Hotsun interacts with the Outcast crew is specifically necessitated on how callers are treated, right? So, like, we needed to know that immediately. Those interactions were happening immediately, but, like, we were not going to port until later. We were not seeing outside the island until later, so we didn't need to know that stuff. Like, we always knew that it was kind of like an island country, for lack of a better term, where there's a bunch of different islands that make up the Navy's sort of scope of government. But what exactly that looked like, and what exactly they were called, and all this stuff did not exist until relatively recently compared. But the point is that
question, Ori.
It wasn't needed. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
No.
How do I find a copied layer again? Is it Control-T?
Yeah.
Shit, I did remember. Okay.
And then zoom into it.
What did I put you?
So, how do the Outcast characters make their clothes, materials, and stuff? Do they know how already? So, this is very much in that sort of, like, we're in the fairy tale version of the past, right? So, in the quote-unquote time that they would exist in, you don't have a lot of clothes as people. You know, you really have, like, a couple of things, and they're very well made, and you take care of them very well. I don't say Milano would have originally known how to mend his clothes. His mother would have done that. Sinnit 180% knows how to fully make clothes. Like,
oh yeah.
Not at, like, a high-end tailor fashion, but, like, very good at mending 100%.
By
And can certainly, like, whip something up kind of basically. They do have undergarments, Mason. There are layers. I would say they don't look like our undergarments. They do look closer to, like, you know, like how petticoats and, like,
I'm imagining, like,
bloomers and things like that.
White
Yeah,
pants
exactly.
they wear under stuff.
Exactly. There is a level
I'm trying to remember
of...
if those are bloomers or
Yeah,
petticoats.
I can't remember exactly what they're called, but there is a level of an undergarment, but they are the longer, more, like, pant-like ones. Like, we're definitely not at, like, brief era of clothing, because what you have to remember is that they don't live in a time where elastic exists, okay? The stretchiest material that they could probably have is a knit material. However, they are not at the level of where you can make a knit fabric so fine, because you would have to do that by hand, and you can't...
And it would take
it would take forever. So you can't knit that small and have it be worthwhile to actually have fabric. So like jersey knit, right? Like that's a type of fabric that is a knit fabric and it has a lot of stretch, but you can't really hand make that. So they definitely so that's something you have to think about, that they don't have a lot of stretch. So when you think about the way clothes can be and are fitted, that's why they have a lot of ties and a lot of buckles. Same with like zippers. We don't have zippers. That's not those are again something you have to machine very well. So we're lots of buttons, both snaps and classic, buttonhole buttons.
And you could definitely see
but
that.
But then,
in
of
the
course,
designs.
buckles and ties. Lots of ties, right? Because you can have drawstring sort of stuff, but again, there's no elastic. Would they have toothcloths instead of toothbrushes? I would say we're in an area where you can kind of have in between. Depends on who does what, but that's less of like a classism thing and more of like a preference.
I guess that's like
I would
what
say
you have access
that
to.
Outcast also has, the world of Outcast also has a lot of like slightly more specialized plants than I would say we have, in the sense of that like they're just slightly more functional. If that makes any sense. And so there's a lot more plants that are...
I'm going to say the paper demon route, in that every single plant has a function. And
yeah, so like we talked about, like,
useful.
They don't have soap in the sense of that bar soap exists made from fat. But in our real world, lots of plants, not lots of plants, some plants are very high in saponins, which is soap, right? So you can use that to clean. In the world of Outcast, that is your main method of
that's what
cleaning,
you're using.
Is you are using the plant that has a lot of soap in it, right? And so I can see like certain plants having, kind of bristly leaves and things. Exactly, Bess. And that being more of the thing. So in the world of Outcast, also like, I was thinking about this recently, because it didn't really matter, it didn't come up. It does matter now, because it's interesting to think about. But, like, how they have paper, because, like, having paper is, like, a very interesting thing. So they have a
Having
plant.
paper is interesting, because this will affect Hotsun in particular.
Yeah, and it affects a lot of things. But I thought about this very interestingly. So their paper is made out of, again, leaves, and this is very important. So it's not the level of papyrus, but we're not at the level of wood pulp, because that takes a lot of processing to do wood pulp paper. We have a plant that has somewhere in the middle that allows them to deal with that. Again, that's what I'm talking about, where we have like slightly more efficient plants, if that makes sense. And then you can kind of backtrack as to why they might have this function, why they might have evolved that. But again, that doesn't matter. That's more like a thought experiment later. But I was thinking about Milano learning how to write recently in my head. Mars doesn't even know this. This was just me like today. I was just kind of thinking about it. So there's a really interesting thing. A lot of, because I was looking at like different languages and stuff, and I remembered there was this whole documentary I saw, and it talks about how certain alphabets came to be the way they are because of how we were able to record, to use written language, right?
Yes.
And so languages that have very swirling alphabets were because they wrote on leaves. And if you make straight lines on leaves, you break them. But if you make circling lines, they stay intact. Versus papyrus is a very straight and vertical sort of, like vertical and horizontal like grain to it.
So you can make those kinds of lines without worry of
make
breaking
straight lines. You can't make curved lines, right? Like it's very. It almost forces you to make straight lines, and then you have like chiseling into stone. You can't make very curved things very easily. Carving into wax, same things, right? Like these all did the alphabet. So I was thinking about like.
Don't be so sure, Bass. Don't be so sure.
They would be using more of like a script on this paper because of the functionality of the paper. So, the way they write would be more swoopy. And in my head, Milano is having a lot of difficulty with this.
Well, Milano's having a lot of difficulty with swoopy.
Yeah, specifically because it is very different than how he, quote, unquote, writes with his very straight, short lines. Right.
Oh, yeah.
And so he would have a lot of issue with that. And I was just sort of having, like, in my head, like, an interaction there is like, why does it have to be this way? It's so easy. Blah, blah, blah.
Poor Milano.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, Mason.
Well, he read his name, didn't he? He read his name in the thing, in his own
He read his
chicken
name
scratch.
in his own alphabet.
Symbols, yeah. We love Milano inventing his own language, yeah. I'll say a little more about quote-unquote Milano's language. Milano has his marks, but they're based on sounds, right? So they are explicitly grouped by
figured this is what
sound.
would make sense
because this is how he would denote it, right? Because he would only hear
himself.
He made it
how
up.
to
right
make these sounds,
and so he would only learn it from speech, right? And being said. So his name to him is spelled no. That's how you spell it, right? And you could even
honestly, it's very like kind of like the characters in Japanese. Honestly.
Yeah, it leans that way. It does lean that way. So his scratch marks do make a sense to him, and it's more of an art than a science, but I made it a science so that you can decode his scratch marks in places that they come up for funsies.
Yes. It's very interactive that way.
But it's to a level where Milano knows what he wrote. Ferrex and Aster and Sinnet can, like, visually identify certain groups to mean very specific things. So, like, they can recognize the pattern that Milano calls his name, right? They can recognize the pattern that Milano calls, say, food or water or whatever, like just ones he uses very frequently.
Core vocabulary, if you will. Yeah,
but they could not, quote unquote, write new words. Right, so they don't know that, like, this is the meh, this is the la, this is the no. They just know that that group of scratch marks means Milano. Right, it's very much like this entire thing is like a symbol more than it is an alphabet to them. Versus Hotsun, of course, has no idea what the fuck is going on. And literally, I would say only Milano can read it. Like, actually, and he's still not truly reading it, because he's not ever writing like you would write a book or a journal. He is using it as a
He's more
marker.
so using it as a labeling system.
Yeah, it's literally a labeling system.
That's how he's using it.
Haha, so silly.
Everything he can.
Oh, yeah. He could not, Bass. He definitely could not. And so it is very much like a labeling system. And it will be shown that, like, certain things did,
he had to label the island. That's his island.
Yeah. But, like, it is 100% that, like, while this society is not particularly heavy at the reading, he is still outcast by it in certain ways. He is still, discriminated against because of his inability to read and write. Is it the level that you might be today? No, but it is still apparent and definitely like a recognizable sort of obstacle he has to overcome, and it caused
definitely also doesn't
multiple
make
things to happen
easy for him. Because think about how many store names you have to read, how many prices and things. It's tricky.
Yeah, exactly, Bass. Exactly.
Milano gets a school arc. Well, Hotson is there after all.
But the levels of schooling that each of the characters has been thought out about. Now, that was not something we originally had, but it is something that we sort of came to a conclusion like,
that
hey...
was something that fell into place as we thought more about the characters' backstories and how...
Well, we always knew...
can contribute to the group in different ways.
We always knew certain characters would be more highly educated than other ones, but sort of going, deciding...
And some characters were very easy to figure that out.
But sort of deciding exactly how the education system of the world looks, and thus how it affected...
And especially with how
all of the characters
callers are treated.
Exactly. And sort of,
that
because,
was
like...
definitely something we had to think about.
Moving from, like, privatized schooling only to having any level of public schooling is certainly, like, a more recent thing, quote-unquote, recent in history. So it is, like, an interesting having, like, what level of education everybody has, and having sort of, why they have that level of education, right? And so it's very... That was, again, something that sort of came to be later.
How does that impact the rest of the story?
And it's less of, like, a explicit gonna be revealed, and more of, like, a this is for us to know on how to write the characters.
But also could play a part in some of their backgrounds. One of the characters it will be very important for.
Yeah. Hope you're enjoying your Axis carrots, Mars, Bass says.
My Axis carrots?
Yeah, because you don't like drawing them, but you have to. Gotta eat your vegetables.
I don't want my veggies.
But so, Allie, I think that don't get hung up on stuff that doesn't matter to drive your story right away. Now every story...
This is stuff we literally figured out years later.
Yeah. Every story is going to be different on the level of what part of the world building is necessary. And I cannot stress this enough. There's a level of world building that is important to you, the creator, because you need to make sure you are internally consistent in how characters interact with each other and how characters move through their world to be who they are today. But you do not have, like, a lot of this you do not have to flesh out to the extent of it ever being directly in the story, right? Like I said, so two separate things. Every town or island has a flag, right? And there is sort of cultural significance to flags in the world of Outcast that I don't want to go too much into because we will show not tell sort of thing in it, and I want you guys to figure that out there. But these are physical things that I have to design because they will explicitly be in the comic, right? So the flags have to exist.
Serve a plot purpose.
But the schools is a internal thing that denotes how Sinnit, Hotsun, Avrit, Axis, Milano interact with the world and each other, and how they have the knowledge that they have, and how that represents like classism and, you know, racism and all of this stuff, and how that is like a systemic related thing as to how we got here. But again, your world may be one way or the other. Would you ever include yourselves in the world at the end in this form of meeting with the crew or just for funds? I have drawn me with Milano. No. That was an OC-tober thing, but I don't think we'll ever be in the comic itself. Our character designs are explicitly very not Outcast friendly.
As fan art, fine, but definitely
it will never be canon.
Not canon.
Well, I like my Sona.
It is a fun idea, and I do like when other creators do it.
I'm not against it, but I don't think we have the same level of attachment to our Sonas as some people do.
Meta, it just kind of throws me off, where it's like, this is Outcast story. What the hell am I doing here?
Yeah. I think having our little lore being we are gods and we oversee the universe is very much how we feel
like
about our stuff. It really is like we're kind of there, but we're very much overseers. And to be in a story is kind of odd. And I also like our designs are very specific and would, I think, pretty much stand out in all of the worlds that we make, just because we have very brightly colored hair and very brightly colored, you know, it would be a very kind of odd thing to shoehorn into a lot of places. I think it's like a combination there. What are favorite things you found in researching things? Mostly concerning pirate stuff, but there's stuff too. I think a lot of interesting pirate stuff. I actually got to visit the Pirate Museum near Cape Cod. That was really cool. A big thing is like how much pirate treasure was actually ever on a pirate ship at any given time is kind of like nothing. They
Hollywood lied to you.
Yeah, like pirates didn't really hoard their treasure in the way you think. We've only ever recovered like one pirate treasure because of the circumstances that caused it to happen were very specific. That had like a chest of a lot of the deal. I think it's 90% on vibe, Canadian Lucifer. I think if the quiddity remains, then that's what matters. But so the one that I know of that we did recover was specifically because the ship and its crew were basically leaving to go into retirement and stop being pirates. So they had all of the money they could have possibly to go leave and go faff off. And then they hit an incredible storm and they, you know, capsized and nearly everybody died. I think there were 2 survivors and one of them was hanged.
Damn.
The other interesting thing I found about pirates was sort of the contracts and the way that they would like, if you like, there were certain the way I'm sorry, it was about how carpenters were the medics if you didn't have a medic.
That one was really fascinating.
That one's really fun to me. So so the 2 like biggest,
which I find even funnier because we have both a carpenter and a medic,
and the order that they came in is very specific because of this in a way. So what I really liked about that is that there were like the 2 major like people you needed on a ship was a carpenter. Like that was like the highest person to have, and the reason is because as a pirate you can't just go take your ship to be fixed anywhere. So you need to have somebody
You'll get arrested.
that can fix it for you. So the carpenter was the like highest person on the ship a lot of time, but they also forced people, they forced carpenters to become pirates. So not everybody who was a pirate was there because they were, you know, faffing off and leaving society because they were shunned. You know, that a lot of people were that. But they would kidnap carpenters because they needed them.
Just because they need a carpenter.
And then if you had nobody that was a medic, right, because you hadn't kidnapped one yet or nobody joined that had that knowledge, the carpenter was forced into performing a level of first aid because they had a technically adjacent knowledge, but obviously not really. But their general medical knowledge in general was kind of shit at the time.
It's like, well, you could cut apart wood so you have a saw, get rid of this limb that's infected.
And so the carpenters
take care of that problem.
We're often forced, and that's actually, so this pirate ship that I was just talking about, the one man who survived was in fact the carpenter, and the reason is because he was able to convince the crown that he was not there willingly and that he was taken and forced to be a pirate, and they believed him. He had a compelling case. He had a lot of vouchers for him, and thus he was not hanged. If you could not prove in a way that you were forced into this contract, you would be hanged because you were a pirate in the eyes of the crown. But pirates had contracts. They had a lot of contracts. Again, a lot of them were signed under duress, but they did actually have levels of contracts. It talked about how much
they had a level of contracts. They had a level of democracy.
Yeah, a fair amount of democracy.
It's really fascinating.
And they, you know, and it was all about like how much of the cut you would get, you know, how much of the booty and all this stuff. And of course, I think one fairly notable one is they didn't want to do a lot of fighting. You know, a lot of it was, you know, sort of diplomatic, for lack of a better term, exchange. It was a little like, we'll
keep
come
to ourselves and not catch scurvy.
We're gonna kill like, you know, 50% of your crew, but as long as you guys are chill, the rest of you can live, you know, whatever, because we need you to tell people about us and all this stuff. Oh, there's a lot of pirate lore. I highly recommend, if anybody is ever in Cape Cod, this pirate museum is really cool.
They have the best maritime museums down there. If you ever want to know anything about that period of history, they got you covered.
It's called the Whydah, WHYDAH Pirate Museum. It's in Yarmouth, Massachusetts, which is right by Cape Cod. It's super cool. Like I said, it's one of the only places that we have like a wreck, like a very specific. They've uncovered this pirate wreck. Whydah is the name of the ship. They have the whole story of the Whydah, and they have a ton on display because it is a you know, it is like they got a whole wreck. You can see like the pieces of the wreck. They talk about like how they are removing it from, you know, the ocean and everything. Like, it's really cool, and like, you know, I will say the exhibits are really cool to look at.
Definitely
like they really high thing. I highly recommend, if you are ever over there, do take a look at this one. This is where 90% of my knowledge is coming from right now. Dylan and I got to go because we went to Cape Cod just because you know, we saw whales and so we did whale watching, but we had no idea this museum was here. The place we were stayed at, you know, gave us like stuff to do in the area, and we saw a pirate museum. And I was like, Dylan, we have to fucking go. We have to fucking go to the pirate museum, Dylan. We can't not. And no regrets. Fantastic learning experience. Yeah, exactly. We gotta do it.
See, that one's on my list. I've been to the one in Mystic Seaport. that one's not so much pirate based as much as it is whaling based. Like, they have lots of whaling ships on the premises. You got to go onto each one. You got to go down into the hall and kind of like see what it's like to go through the boat, see what the living quarters was like, and it's so cool. It just stirs the imagination walking through it and getting to experience that.
Yeah.
So high recommendation.
It's really interesting to me.
I'm pretty sure they're still open and operating. That was years and years ago. My goodness.
It's really interesting. There's not a ton of like true pirate museums. Most of them I would say are in Florida, but it's really interesting to me that there's not one in Topsail, North Carolina, because that is like.
Really, there isn't?
Yeah, and what's doubly wild to me is that is like known place of Blackbeard, like 100%.
Yeah.
And I
like, how could there not be a thing there?
There's a maritime museum, but there's not like a pirate specific museum.
Good night, Flair.
Good night, Flair. I'm seeing 2 different ones in Florida.
Ooh.
And one in the Bahamas, but there's not really
we're counting on Yali. We need a museum.
Yeah, it's crazy. You'll make a museum? You gotta. Yeah, that's just wild to me because it is literally like Topsail, North Carolina, like is very, I wouldn't say proud, but like they're very open about Blackbeard, you know, did a lot of shit here sort of vibe. So it's wild that there's not like they said they have a maritime museum, but they don't have like a pirate specific museum. And I really highly recommend a pirate specific museum.
Are there any museums in Outcast?
I would have to say like, no.
Maybe. I'm not sure I agree with that.
Really?
I could see like well, they have to have some knowledge of the plants. So
yeah, but that's
I feel
not
like
really.
there
It's
could
not
be
really. These are
something
not like
dedicated to
museum
that.
things.
I'm-
See, I think you're thinking too modern about museums.
No. I don't think I am. I'm thinking not a museum per se. I'm thinking more like, you know how the monopolies back in the day, you know, Vanderbilt and all them had like their trophy rooms, collections.
No, there's collections.
And sometimes the public could get in and see that. That's what I'm imagining.
Yeah. I think there are definitely
That's what I'm imagining. Not museums per se, but collections.
Like I would specifically not say museum. We're talking like the days when it was like people did, you know, archaeological digs for fun and didn't record anything.
No.
And was just
why
like
I'm specifying not museum.
I want mummy bone soup, you know, whatever for my face mask. Like you know, crazy ass shit. Like very disrespectful.
Really crazy.
I would say Hotson's dad definitely has a collection of some sort. I don't know if it's the type of collection. I think Hotson's
dad has a collection.
His is definitely like a very personal one because then you have like a naturalist, like a thing that I think is very important to recognize is that science at the level
Hotson had to get his passion from somewhere.
Yeah, it's just what is Hotson's dad's science thing. I don't want to spoil, but you know, his area of expertise is something we know and is very specific.
Yes.
But what was I gonna say? It is very like science for a very long time was something that the wealthy could do as like a hobby, right? Like it was not a renowned body of work like we have today. Like it is what we have now is like fairly modern, right? Like when you're talking, you know, Darwin and Linnaeus and Galileo and, you know, Da Vinci and all these people, this is like, I was a very wealthy man that had the money and the means
and they
to
were
go
able
jaunt
to do it
out into the universe and have these petty
I
rivalries.
think most of it comes down to that because they had the money, they didn't have to focus on survival. So they were able to pursue those interests.
And so, like, you can see that in Outcast in the way that Hotson goes about his quote-unquote research, you know.
Nepo baby Hotson.
Deal. Nepo baby Hudson.
Who knows?
There's a reel that gives a little Hudson backstory in it. A little sneaky teaser.
There is.
I don't remember which reel it is. It's a fairly recent one compared to, all of them.
You don't have to dig too far.
I will briefly check, because now I'm just curious. It gives a little, like it's a don't pay attention and you miss it kind of thing, but there is a little one.
Oh, definitely a blink and you miss it moment.
A little one in one of the more recent reels or shorts.
That is a good one.
Again, we're talking like animated ones. I'm not talking like OC Tober speed paint ones, right? We're talking in things that are actually like animated. Yeah, no, pretty in the level of Outcast reels, very recent. Because I definitely don't do enough of them.
But that makes it easier for you guys to find and enjoy.
So, go find the little sneaky sneak.
Yes.
Nice pastry
Off topic,
puff.
but kind of on. Who are we going to raid tonight?
Oh yes, we gotta raid somebody. I gotta go to Twitch actually.
Let's see. I'm checking my sidebar. Who's on? No one that we've recently raided.
Oh,
ooh, nice pastry. Wish you the best of luck.
No, we have Mother of Carp. Speaking
we do?
with Satan.
Oh, snap. There we go.
Sayu is also streaming.
Oh my god.
What is Sayu streaming? Rivals. Marvel Rivals. And then, of course,
well, that
Top
makes
Down
sense because he
Tabletop.
just finished voicing Deadpool in that one.
He's
So.
he's having a great time.
He's been on that for a
All
bit.
right, you did ask enough questions. All right, let's see what the heck, speaking with Satan is. That's where we're going. She's dressed up. Very interesting setup. I think we're gonna do speaking with Satan. So
let's do it.
I'm gonna mute our music here a second. Thank you all for coming.
Yes, thank you for joining
really
us on
lovely
this
time.
lovely
Love
comic
when
corner.
you guys ask about lore and stuff. We always love to yap about that.
I got the entry done. Woo!
Yeah, woohoo! And remember,
yay me!
Yesterday had a new Outcast page on the website, so make sure that you check that out if you
Go
haven't.
read it
and
go
please
comment on it.
Go comment just for me. Just say hi or something. I just want to see it work, okay?
Please,
just for
really
me.
want to see it.
I really
please
I
for
know
us.
I won't beg every time,
Please,
but I really want to see a comment on the website, okay?
I just want to see how the comment works.
Mother of Carp with a K, Canadian Lucifer. Mother of Carp. And we're going in. All
yes,
right.
watch the new case as well.
See you guys.
I get all the plugs in there.
Good night.
See you Thursday for Paper Demon. Have a good Wednesday.
I always forget we have to wait a second to raid. so waiting.
Me too, honestly.
All right. We're going in now. See you there. Bye.